Let me quickly... There we go, there we go, there we go. Hey there, in case you didn't know, that's my name. Ace, and I do things occasionally, like, play games. That's still a fine, workable enough intro, I guess. So I'm nibbling on fries right now. I haven't been able to workshop what I need to add to it to like give it that zest, that little zing, that little What I can talk about is LobCorp, because I am back, and after playing, well, I less playing after helping Blurry work through his own like Sapphire actualization stuff like that. I really wanted to get back into things. In which case, I'm gonna need to start working a bit harder. Because Blurry's already got through one Sapphire meltdown. He's beat a Dusk Ordeal, which allowed him to beat Malkuth's mission there. Get the core suppression unlocked there, and I can get Thirst. So, rest of what I am entirely seeing is I just need to get to the Dusk Ordeal. But the problem I'm having there is I've only got one bit of Aleph level gear, and it's not quite hitting where I need it to be just yet to handle everything. Because, let's get a bit more red for Arlek. There we go. Arlek, you're joining me in here, and I need to buff myself up. Well, hold on, not that far, hold on. How much do I need to use the Aleph gear? Temperance 5, Fortitude, Temperance, Fortitude 5, okay. So that's just that, bump that up, I can finally use the gear I need. For me. Yes, it's melting love. It's a bit ha ha ha. Point. Look, he's doing the funny armor, but still. Let's give Arlek something useful. He's only level 2, so we can't go too far. But I think we can give him the Schadenfreude here. Get that. Let's see, who else do we got? Wow. Revy, actually, hold on. I feel like I want to give you... Where is... here we go. Get you Big Bird, so we get as much WoW and such so on gear available. Oh, looks a bit too weak for that. We'll manage with what we got. Actually, Pachi. What stats do you have? 4433. What? I think we can get you some WoW gear with that. Ooh, wait, can we get Pachi the... Wolf? It's not quite the same, but at least for the moment, Big and Will Be Bad Wolf is very helpful. Park has got, okay, yeah. I feel like that's a good lineup for what we've got. And I still do not remember what we picked up last time, because it's been a week. So, let's find out. Oh god, it's you. Come on, sad boy. I know it's real sad boy hours with you, but I'm tired of your nonsense. Stop it. You find Nobu. Nobu, I just need you to... Well, you need to work on Fortitude, so go talk with the shrimp. Who needs what? You just need some prudence. And Schadenfreude's good for justice training, so I didn't need that. Who can I train you with food? Not you. Don't touch the button. I mean, might as well see how Blurry handles, like, just prudence training with Schadenfreude. Well, I guess, actually, no. Let's send Blurry over here. To go deal with Punishing Bird. Because Punishing Bird's always the universal deal with this problem. Pachi, please keep talking with the funny skull. I'm sure you two get along swimmingly. And Park, you go with the funny fairies. That'll give us a nice little like start a day work, get into the rhythm. I know... I know that with Melting Love's armor there, I probably could push to try to see how I handle... Because we've got lots of WoW and one Aleph. I could probably push to see how well we handle the later ordeals. It's just a matter of, is it worth it, in my opinion. Child of the Galaxy, successful work will heal, blah blah blah. Roll based on Clyfoth counter. Increased when did work with token. Employee with the token. Work with no doubt the receives. Okay, so we can only send you there. Okay, so now that Arlek has a token, he can only work with Child of the Galaxy. That's fine. Let's just keep having you raise your attachment for the moment. Nobu. Go back to talk with the shrimp. Then we got one more job after that. And we get to work from there. Who was giving me the ping? Okay, that's just separate. Oh, that's ringtone briefing. Okay. That's a war game update I'm gonna need to read. But that can wait. That can wait because I need to worry about a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, you do. But if we're doing... I guess Insight is also available over here and I don't need to send all the way around. So Blurry, you start working with Shadden. Actually, yeah, just work with Shadden and then we can work with that as our... Big and will be bad wolf. You like... Yeah, attachment and instinct. Yeah, you should be fine. You guys are high enough level. You should be able to train your instinct with him. Fairy Festival, that's another instinct training. Have fun, Park. And is it really just those two? Okay. I can work with that. Get started on your energy boxes, people. I'll get over there. All cheers is over there. 808, we've got 808 with Letitia. I don't think we need to worry about too much over there. But also Letitia is key. And Letitia would get a lot of the stuff faster back. So, sure, why not? As long as we don't get the gift from her marking her as a favorite. Like, that should be fine. Like, we probably will, knowing my luck, but still. Okay. That's a decent work chance if I just keep sending Blurry up there to train that. And half day. Half. That's hot. That's hot tea. I know it's fresh, but still hot. Up there again, Alec. You socialize. You get the gains. You there? Actually, no. No, never mind. That is fine for now. Then we'll save the last one for when we just send in. I guess we'll send Arlek into Child of the Galaxy for the last one. That gives us an opening to, like, do a bit of like basic Dawn cleanup. What are you doing bad with Child of the Galaxy, Arlek? What are you doing to that child? Stop that. We like Child. They're generally not that bad, especially with that ego gift of slight healing. Are you causing a fuss? Come on, buddy. Alright, how's everyone looking? Alright, everyone's topped off and healed. Arlek, get in there. One more time. One more time. Go up there. You there. You two. There. Blurry, actually, you get to go down there. Howdy, have you all been? Hey Park, how's it going? What we talked about was the Game Awards. So there's a big, I don't know if it's big internationally. There's a big award show for a bunch of video games for this year coming up at the start of December. and the nominees were just announced. So I got Blurry and a couple other friends in, and we got to... Okay, the Clive counter didn't go. And we just started talking about what we thought about the nominees, like, who's gonna win Game of the Year? Is it gonna be Expedition 33? Or probably just Expedition 33? Silk Song has a chance, but Expedition 33 is our current value on that. But also, importantly, look who we finally got in. You asking about that, we finally got him in on the facility. Orlex in the suffering box, and he's gonna be suffering with all of us. Speaking of suffering, get back in there, Orlex. We are not done training. You need to keep talking with that child till you make good friends with him. You're gonna be stuck here for a while because we don't have disciplinary. We don't have extraction. You need to do your work. Let's send you there. Let's send you there. Aren't the Game Awards rigged like the Oscars? I wouldn't say to the same extent, but it is like a... It's very easy to see, like, the favoritism the host has for several things. Because one thing we talked about was, like, how there's a game that came out this year, Split Fiction, that really kind of doesn't really feel like it fits as, like, a deserving in, like, the best of the year categories for stuff like narrative or anything like that. And direction, and we really have like thoughts on the matter of that. That game probably got in because the host Jeff Keighley is friends with the dev who made Split Fiction, It Takes Two, A Way Out, those kinds of games. So we're kind of in the opinion of that's why that one's there. What else is kind of in there because of possibly suspect reason. Like you get to train there next. Pachi. Get in there. Then we get to wait. Yeah, we gotta wait one more round. Yeah. Oh yeah, how's your day been? How's everything been? It's been a little bit. I say a little bit like I wasn't just there earlier in the week when I had to wake up early and suffer through Blurry's nonsense. Love him, but so much of his problems would be gone if he just slowed down and read. But I say that at the same time, he's also a bit further ahead than I am in this current run. Because in this run, I have not gotten past the Dusk Ordeal. I have not beaten a Sapphira Meltdown. I talk joke and I talk shit and I give him like... I riff on him a lot, but he is doing really well in his run. And he is still ahead of me in the current game right now, which I'm gonna just have to find an excuse to resolve. Let's get you going there. Let's get some insight training there. You there. You work some insight there. That's how it works. Pretty terrible. God seems telling me to remove my foot because I keep spreading my... Oh no. Is it... Oh, but... Oh, that's just punching bird. Never mind. I was falling for a Blurry and I heard damage and I thought I started panicking. But nah. Just gotta let it happen. It'll be fine. It's only... Yeah, it's only Pachi taking the hits, and Pachi is very friendly. Pachi's not feeling it at all. Let Punishing Bird take it out of their system. But, ooh. Constantly spraining your ankles, that sucks. Is it just a matter of you just, like, slipping on stuff and just having bad luck with where you're walking, and stuff like that just happens. I'm sorry to hear that, though. Who knows, maybe if God's taking away your foot, trying to take away your foot that often, you're gonna get, like, the cool cyborg robot leg that gives you like 50% extra movement speed and the double jump. Maybe try to find... Maybe that's a positive you'll eventually get. Who knows? But yeah, let's keep pushing forward because I want to see how the team I've got right now handles a new. Because I'm still skeptical. Like I want to start pushing to get Dusk Ordeal and unlock the Sapphira Meltdowns. But I don't know if my gear is good enough to handle it just yet. Pretty much everyone's got WoW gear except for Orlek. And if something happened, I was just going to send Orlek packing to run away. But I've also got shields and healing bullets, so I do want to test it. Alright. I'm being pinged again about the... Okay. Not just war game stuff, never mind. back into the shrimpy hole you go. Back into the skull hole you go. Okay, now wait. If only bionic limbs were things, sadly they seem shitty compared to video game. I mean, I feel like that's just a matter of we haven't developed far enough just yet to get the fun double jump, the extra special, like, you drop down your hand and you get the berserk cannon inside your elbow and stuff. Are you eating dino chicken? No, I am not eating dino chicken nuggets. I am eating French fries coated in melted cheese with a bit of seasoning on top of it too. Because I didn't think to eat until like 20 minutes before stream, and I needed something I could throw together quick. Oh. And generally, if I need something quick and like generally filling, potatoes and cheese are generally decently filling good foods that I'll just swallow pretty much anytime. Oh, like go talk up with the child again. What's gonna break down this time? That's 6. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna take everyone else having to work to keep up with that. Okay. Insight from Pachi. Instinct from you, Park, because by the time we're done with that, you should be pretty much max trained on your insight. Let's have Nobu talk to the shrimp. I need to get closer to Shy Look before I pick what task I'm gonna do. No, wait, not that. I need to get, me. There I am. No, but you get back in there. I'll take 4. That's fine. And Revy, I need you to come down here. Join me in the slot machine today. Thank you. Okay, that's one's calmed down. You've got really solid bump up stats. Got there. Yeah. Struggle meals are unrelated. It's basically what the military does. Just put whatever edible you have and turn it into a meal. Exactly. Like, even though I probably could have better food if I sat down and ate, stream was about to start, and I didn't feel like I had time or the willpower to cook. So I defaulted to my favorite struggle meal. Only issue was like having to find the right cheese, because I don't know if this is like just a personal issue I have. There's a specific like blend of like cheese and stuff I would like to have on that, because otherwise the flavor doesn't feel right. Because I know the way I end up doing it is with a Mexican blend, which is a mixture of like I think 3 or 4 blends of cheese, but the one that cheese we have in the house is usually something called a Kobe Jack, I think, which is a blend of 3 of the cheeses, but not the 4th. And that 4th really does make a difference to the flavor profile to me. It makes me like stop and be like, do I still want to keep going? Is it worth like actually eating that, or do I have to go for a different struggle meal today? Oh, and punching birds out, that's fine. Pachi, are you gonna just go peck Pachi? Is that fine? Yeah, okay. Pachi, whatever you did, I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, no, I know we had this conversation in Limbus stream of Blurries, but if you're thrown into the Project Moon World, Nadia. So, that kind of depends on when I'm thrown in. Because part of the problem is, if I'm stuck in, before LobCorp, and I'd have no actual context to what... I have context for future events, but not the past, beyond the smoke war existing. There's not much I can actually walk in and manage to affect. Because of that. So I would kind of need to find yet a time point where I could actively intervene with things. I don't know if Here's the thing, I know joining Lobotomy Corp would suck in the day-to-day. But also, like, if you manage to be one of the lucky nuggets that after LobCorp ends and you get sucked into the Library of Ruina and you get turned into a book. If you're one of the lucky ones that gets to join the fights and the fray and everything like that, you do kind of, provided which ending you get, you do kind of get a really nice ending of like living a nice peaceful life in the library after you all leave the city. In which case, like, I can't say that's a bad ending, because you're out of the city's nonsense. The head doesn't want anything to do with you. You've got strong friends, really interesting people to talk with, because all of them have a lot of collected knowledge about the city and the life. You're not in your like a bunch of life-threatening events. Anything that would be life-threatening, you do have a bunch of pages and knowledge of combat from everything you could get and learn from all the battles and stuff you get in the library and the pages you unlock there. If anything serious does happen, you do have Roland, Angela, the Sapphira, who are really good combatants after that. But if it was after that, the library's already got him stuck there. I'm almost definitely not able to join Limbus Company because they're very kind of tied to the fate in like the speaking of like the what's going on in the city. So I would need to find, yeah, Red News the Clown, so that's fine. Ba 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 ba. Actually, Bluey, you stay there. Everyone else, come in. Okay, you're doing red damage. There we go. Okay, I think we're doing good. I think the squad's doing all right. I can't see everyone's health. Hold on. How's everyone looking? Yeah, no, everyone's fine. Okay. I might have been over-prepared for this then, if this is how well everyone's handling these little guys. If that's how quickly we can handle a noon, I feel like we might be able to manage a dusk a bit better, because I didn't even need to fire any of my bullets to get them. Punching Bird's gone. Where's the other fella? Like, Punching Bird escaping is not an issue. But, imagine minding your business, suddenly you see a large glowing tree that glows for a few days, and then suddenly the world turns on, people just destroy it, or Abnos come out of gateway. Yeah, that's kind of... The minute, like, everything goes, okay. You should be able to handle that, that's just a Teth. Blurry, why is that there? Blurry, kill it. But I feel like if it was after Limbus started, I can't actually join the company there. My heart says I want to, like, if I can find an inn with Si-chun while she's off on her quest before Kanto 8 and, like, trying to find the immortality stuff to prove herself for the family hierarchy. That's an actual, like, I'm signing up for Worth so hard right now. Like, that's asking for pain and asking for trouble. But I wouldn't mind going in for that. Like, if I needed to just, like, oh yeah, join... Okay, this is an interesting one. Because that's 8. That's 8 meltdowns happening next, okay. Also, hi, Judgment Bird, how's it going? I'm sorry, I don't have you yet. I'm going to. I'm working towards it, but you have decided not to show your face just yet. I think you might have gotten lost because of the blindfold, but don't worry. The minute you're at it, I've been making sure people get nice and fed. You get fed nice and well and often. Only the best for my favorite bird of the collection. How's everyone lining up for that? That's good. Punching Bird's out, that's fine. But if I couldn't manage to get Si-chun in on Si-chun's group, the safest place for a person like me is, like, legitimately just joining. If I can't get in, like, provided this is all under the assumption that the head doesn't immediately find me, beholders don't immediately lock into my location, and arbiters of the claw don't immediately ask me to politely join them in this dark cell. Provided all of that, I think if I'm allowed to legally live, I would probably end up having to join a syndicate. Because I don't have the technical knowledge, skills, or know-how to really be of use to a wing. Like, I'm an entertainer here, I'm a musician, I do, like, camera work and, like, small clerical stuff. The problem with that is just the matter of most of the stuff we learn about for, like, entertainers and stuff like that kind of got by the pianist and such. So if I want a place that actually offers protection, like a place where I feel like I could enjoy myself, and like I'm not gonna be immediately like got I would probably have to join the middle. Because the thing about the middle is, once you're in, you're family. It's like one of those family restaurants you see advertising about, like in America and stuff like that. When you're here, you're family. I think that's... That's not Shoney's. And I think Shoney's is closed. Who was that? When you're here, you're family. Restaurant. Olive Garden. The Olive Garden. Right. So, that is an option there. I'm not sure, like, I think the middle is the best option if you're just living in the city and you need a place to exist and hole up and have people take care of you, where you're not gonna get, like, folded. Because there is the thumb. The thumb works well if you don't mind very strict hierarchies and you don't mind, like, they've got the fit, they've got the looks, they've got the fashion out and everything. I don't think I would be, like, there without, like, getting jumped and got because of some minor insubordination. If I was... Park, I'm gonna need you to have to go to the mirror, and then you're gonna have to immediately run down to You Must Be Happy. I'm gonna have to run to... Get me over there for a sec. I need to... Who's not moving? Everyone's moving right now. But... If that's... The thumb is like, I don't feel like I fit completely in that level of strict, rigid hierarchical structure. What I can fit in... I don't want to join the index because... Well, frankly, I don't trust anything the index does with how they operate and their prescripts. Even if I understand where it comes from, how it works and everything, I don't want to, like, follow whatever funny tasks they give me that day. Nuh-uh, no way. The middle, like, I just gotta be loyal, like, don't leave the family. And, like, which I already generally decently, like, I feel like one of my qualities is, like, I'm a decent loyal person, like, once I'm there, once you're my friend, once you're my family, I will ride and die for you. Get in, get in, get in. No! Ah, shit. Okay, Park, come on, I need you to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh boy, Schadenfreude. I looked at Schadenfreude a bit too long. Blurry, what type of damage do you do? Red, let's just give you, red shield. HP. Blurry, what are you doing? You get to sit there, and you get to fight. Park, hold on, hold on. I see you there. I see you running back up. I need you to come back down here. Nobu, I need you to run to meet Letitia. Like, right now. Have you gotten the pink army gear? No, I have not gotten army just yet. I'm working to get it there once it shows up in the slot machine. But so far it has not, and that's kind of the problem. Is just trying to get everyone there. 10 next. 10. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because everything that can break out is generally easily recontainable with the group I've got. It's just annoying to have to, like, prioritize with that many. So I just want to see how well... Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is day 16. I can't even do a dusk ordeal. I got my test done. We absolutely can handle a noon ordeal. Like, what am I doing? Why am I wasting time? I don't need to do this. I just need y'all to just run over and get Schadenfreude. But there's that. The ring is an continuing the conversation about, like, what would I have to do there? The ring is an association I understand them. I could probably fit in fine because I understand the actual, like, mindset and stuff, and I could probably talk my way around them. The thing is, I don't think I could actually execute on an artistic format they would actually enjoy. Like, or at least, like, that would fit their standards. then the last bit I would say is like the pinky. We don't know enough about the pinky, and I don't think I've got it in me, like whatever standards they need. I don't think I've got. Oh no. Oh no. You, buddy. You get to stay there. I did my time with you. I had my fun. No. Hello, manager. How's the facility? Congrats on the new kid, by the way. New kid? New kid? Eh? I don't... Are you talking about, like, just new agent put in there, or... Let's take Snow White's apple. I don't think I've done much with her. But... Thanks, I guess. But how's your day going, Leo? You got me confused in next. Like, I don't got kid. You don't know what the fuck I meant. Okay, fair enough. But, let's see. Hold on. Come on, right, let go. Get out of the cheese. I know you're good, but please. There we go. Oh. You know what I meant, the galaxy towel. Oh, yeah. That's not my kid. We're giving that kid to Orlek. Orlek has to work with Child of the Galaxy. That's all on him. He gets to do his time. We got to introduce him. He's always talked about, like, before, like, ah, yes, my shrimp family. Well, congratulations, I got you a brand new child. This one isn't a shrimp, and you can visit them every single day. Oh. Oh, him. I thought Case had a child recently. No, I did not. I don't got a partner, and I'm not interested in the moment, so I'm interested on the market at the moment, so that's fine. But I don't know, my sister's got a lot of quote-unquote kids, because, you know, because she has, like, a billion animals she takes care of on this farm. So, like, she's also a bit too busy for any of that, too. Let's see. Don't let it escape. Right, this was a wow. When it escapes, you kind of gotta kill it quickly, because as soon as it comes up, it will start filling everywhere with vines and that damage and stuff. And you need white or pale damage, so we're gonna need to. We're gonna need to work up your everything else there. But first things first, because I'm gonna need to. Leo, I'm gonna add you in, and I'm gonna need to put you under the information team because Nobu cannot manage the entire facility alone. Like, Nobu absolutely needs help, so you're, I'm trying to see what can I... Okay, black hair, the flower thing, okay, I can work off the slight bit of, the profile pic I see. Let's see, let's just raise that up so I can see a bit better. Come on, work with me. Where's the... No. There we go. 24. Hovers over. Okay. A little bit of an holge, but, I guess you could have, where are you? I know I've seen a hair, like... I feel like that's decently close enough for what the limited stuff we get in LobCorp, so I'm gonna do you with a... let's do Leo. Let's get you that. Got the nice smile. Let's get you up to level 3 and have you in there. I am gonna need to bump up. Let's see. Arlek, I might need to bump up your stats a little bit there just so you can balance out. I don't have enough to level up your justice that far, so you're just getting an extra level of prudence so you can get your stats. Oh yeah, did you empty your wallet to get Don Cheap? No, I have not. I rolled, and I rolled with, like, the few funds I had left, because I was just, like, emptying into Walpurgis just to see what I would get after, even though I got everything. I have managed to get, Rooster Heathcliff. I got, 3 egos. I believe I got Zwei Ishmael. I got N-Corp Sinclair. I got one of the... Hold on, Limbus Company Collection Tracker. There we go, hold on. Who have I gotten recently? Sort by owned. I got her. I got, I know I got another ego, and I think that one was the pursuance for Musso. I got no, that was when I sharded. I got that one for a shard. I didn't get the second Dawn, but I've got enough shards to get her once Wednesday drops, so I'm not that rushed. But okay, we got Leo there. Let's quickly buy that. But I did get enough through just the method of. Okay, why do you suddenly have long hair? That was. Hold on. Why do you suddenly have long hair on the back? Hold on, what? There we go. That's how it's supposed to look, Leo. There we go. Confirm. There's a tool for track. Yes, there is. There is, in fact, a tool I am using. This is called Limbus Company Tracker. You have to manually input whatever you're tracking with that, but that's the one I end up using for when I'm not loading up the game itself. Let's see. Leo, you are level 4. I might be able to. You don't have high enough justice yet, sadly, to make it work. But, hold on, let me shuffle some things around. Because now we've got Magical Girl. We can get Magical Girl Blurry. And then we can give Leo the funny gun. The funny haha gun. Because that fits there. Everyone will be able to upgrade to better gear. Because that's WoW, that's WoW, that's WoW, that's WoW, Aleph, WoW, WoW. Orlek is the one holdout. Orlek is the one we need to. I could give Green Stem, that's true. Actually, I could give Exuvier. And you are not there just yet. I cannot give Orlek a WoW weapon, but I can give him at least WoW armor to survive. And you also are weak to white damage in case you break out. In which case I'm gonna need to get a bunch more white damaging weapons ready. Let's try, actually, yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna need the Screaming Wedge, just because you can get range, so you're not having to fight your way through everything going on in, if she breaks out in herself. Alright. That's that. We've got 8 people now in the facility managing that. Orlek, you're just gonna have to keep working with the child. I hope you can train your justice on him. Like, I need you to oppress the small child, but that's probably fine. You like justice, that's right. So I can actually keep working on myself up there, so I can max out how I am with you. Work on that there. Work on that there. Park, I can actually give you some. You might need some instinct training there because you are kind of sitting behind a little bit after we had to send you through the mirror. All right, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's on the edge, I think. I think 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, I can send the other 2 in. Blurry is kind of maxed out there, so Blurry gets to go touch the funny wolf. And Revi gets to start training Insight. Yeah, you got the Ingo strings from that thing. Yeah. Okay, who's melting down? Who's upset? They're taking their... Okay, these 2 are taking, that's fine. If Blurry became a father, and the child of the galaxy is technically a void, who's the father of the father? Well, you see, that is a secret. Because, you know, whatever strange filial relationship that Orlek has with his various families in these various different mirror universes, that's between Orlek and the family. However, I feel like it's gonna be an Abno we're gonna run across later. Case Mpreg Blurry confirm. I won't say I did do that, but Green Stem, okay, that's just the ego gift that bumps the buffs when you have it there. So let's send you back in for more justice. Letitia. Hold on there, Leo. What are you doing running away from your favorite little wind-up girl? I need you to go say hi to her again. She's a little bit upset. Send you there. Keep talking to the child there. You there. You there? You there? Okay. That's good. Let's see. What else do I got? I'm trying to think. Because I know I got one more person from the asymmetrical inertia Heathcliff. That's it. The Tremor Heathcliff ego where he's got a bunch of gears on his hand. That's the last one I got. Because I know I got something from Heathcliff that wasn't just a Rooster Heathcliff. But yeah. Looking at that collection now, I think I'm most of the way there to owning all the Sinners. Like the actual IDs. Because the one I am missing most is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's only like 34 left I need, like in total, which is not, with how many units and egos there are in the game, that's a sizable amount I can easily manage. Because a good chunk of the ones I need to get and I want to get, those are all Season 5 IDs I do not have access to. Like, I can't get Manager Don, I can't get Fire Fist Gregor. Like, any of those funny ones there. I can't even get the cheap ones like the LCE Ego Lantern E-Song, who's only 150 shards. That's not that bad. Like, that's cheap, that's accessible. I don't have access to it just yet, though, is the sad part. Yeah, let's do more justice there. You press there. Project Moon released plushies on the IDs and egos of the Sinners. It would probably end up being, I believe, between Faust, Dawn, and Ishmael. Because Dawn is one of, if not the most popular character they've got for the Sinners. Dawn has a lot of actual, like, marketable plushie design stuff like that, not just with the goats done, like, literal, like, goat hay show Dawn that they've been sort of, like, chippifying and, like, in a lot of fan art and stuff. Ishmael has a whole, like, little, like, squid octopus design thing they keep showing off for, like, they don't like little chibi cartoonish design stuff like that would probably sell decently well. Faust is also tied up there with one of the most popular, and she's got, like, a lot of Gap moe appeal to her that I could see getting a lot of people interested in like, getting her for the collection. So it's between those three are my current thoughts, if it was between those. Of them, the actual ones I would want to get, I think. Why am I saying think? I know I am biased. I would want a family hierarch candidate Ishmael, because I want my Sichu and Ishmael. Two of my faves smashed together, hell yeah. Alright, it's dawn time. Orlek, get in the box. Everyone, we're going to war. I'll go up there to handle that. You go down there, Leo, to handle that. You two have fun in there. Park, you have fun in there. And that should be everyone handling everything. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because hooray, barely any damage, and I get to splash them with the red with the red juice. Blam, blam, blam. Okay, Leo, I need you to... Leo, come on, Leo. There we go. Leo, you can't let yourself get juked. You can't let yourself get juked by the ideal food. Like, that's just poor sporting. Don't just make the Hong Lu / ideal fans and the hags who want Sinclair. That's true, I can't fault that. But if we talk about like stuff I could see, like, from my own knowledge of like general like marketable designs they've got, Dawn is absolutely gonna be up there. Faust is up there as one of their most popular characters in the game. And Ishmael has a plenty of like extra like side material that makes her like get it like marketable and like more easily translatable to plushie format and stuff. Like, which sucks because I could see like I don't know how they would be able to translate like beyond just like the standard like Fumo plush style design they want to do for that. I couldn't possibly like think of many design motifs they would go with, but like Rhodia, because she's a lot bit more like serious and bulky with her design stuff. But I could see them doing a Rhodia mouse pad, if you know what I mean. And I want better for Gregor too, but a lot of his stuff is too sad, I think, to make it appealing. You know, like appealing, cute, like plushy design. Yeah. I realized that the Loyal Opera provides good meals for their employees as if it was their last meals, because yeah, and compared to everything, like food, healthcare, like generally is not that big of an issue in the city either, because you already like sickness has already been solved because of like ampules and other singularities. Like that's not an issue for anyone anymore. A lot of food, like food is being already like mass produced for the entire city by a single company. With I think so, P Corp, I think. It was S Corp. S Corporation, Lob Corporation, Project Moon. S Corp, Project Moon. Yeah. Salt PPL, agro industry is already massive, producing any like amount of food they need for the entire cities. But and I mean, also they're a wing. They kind of can afford to, like, even if they need to cheap out somewhere, like if they're dealing with stuff from the cognition of the human mind, being able to fine-tunely contain like what actually causes the distress you need to produce enkephalin is very easy if you just control those variables. Let's get you up there again. Let's get the weapon. So now we got both green stems, so I could probably give that one to Orlek actually next, I think, because I don't think that one's got a hard like conditional for it that Orlek doesn't already have. Orlek, you get in there, and I think we'll pass the day. Don't underestimate people turning depressing characters into marketable plushies. That's true. That's fair. I can't ignore that. Orlek's finally leveled up to 4 in Justice 3, so I can finally start giving him good shit. So I can finally stop bringing down the pack. Let's see. 00262. That's Justice Judgment Bird, right? That's gotta be 00262. Yeah. I gotta get my boy. My boy. Get back here with the safety team. We need you. Everyone needs you. I need you. Gary needs you. Even Squidward needs you. Judgment Bird. My boy. Your boy. Was that your boy? Was that? I don't think that was Army in Black. Yeah, that wasn't Army in Black just yet. Once Army in Black shows up, I will absolutely get him. I can only work with what I've got at the moment, though, and is the problem. And they were really not wanting to stop by. But, wow. Let's give you green stem. And now everyone's got WoW level gear or equivalent with Leo. But, give me a sec. My food's gotten a bit cold, and I do kind of want to keep eating while I'm playing, so I will be back in a few minutes as a, like, ad break goes off on Twitch. So, I'll be back in, like, 2 minutes, because I need to just throw this stuff in the microwave. Cold fries are not fun. Cold fries are not fun to eat. So I'll be back in a sec. Sorry, this shouldn't take too long. Alright, sorry about that wait. Sorry about that wait. I'm back with actually warm fries again. Slightly more melty cheese. Yeah. I guess he wants to. I mean Black is an Aleph. Despite being disguising himself as something else, so. Surely. Like Leo said, he can't show up in other departments beyond just the top floor. Because, like, even if he can only show up in the top floor, the thing with that is that. Wait, you don't like. My gut was just about to say, oh yeah, I gotta justice him, but no. No, you don't justice. You like everything but justice. So let's train insight. I think I can insight train you. Or like, why don't you train justice over there for a minute while we get everyone in their routines? Hey, also, yay, mukbang gameplay. Yeah, thankfully these aren't like the loudest stuff because I've tried to eat other stuff midstream, and I do like, I don't generally mind eating stuff during stream, but it does feel like a bit weird and a bit little unprofessional at some point. So I'm just eating like, okay, blah blah blah, play game, stop. Gotta eat the entire like, root, like soup and other stuff like got inside like. Okay, back to the game, because like you can track it a bit more than if I was just doing like a faceless stream, but I was like not there and I could just like casually eat normally. But since you got the camera tracking me, it always feels a bit too obvious whenever I'm just eating blatantly on the side. But yeah, let's have you there. Let's get more instinct work for Park to get those back up. Actually, repression. Can I send in Pachi to go get some repression training against Child? Ooh, that's not great. You want to get a lobotomy yet? Sheesh, without the numbers. Thanks so much, Samba. Despite how bad this game is working me, it hasn't forced me to want to get a lobotomy just yet. And sad, I love being a PNG tuber for that reason. Just being able to like eat on stream without anyone knowing. You're secretly just going. You're going to town on whatever the local stuff local restaurant here is there, and you don't notice. Yeah, I prefer 3D. That's fair. Okay, you did not like me training inside on that, so let's just go back with a higher level stat thing there. That's solid good work. Well, actually no. I can send myself in against Judgment for there, but the thing I'm already go there. If I send anyone else in, we're gonna have to start meltdowns. I don't want to worry about that just yet. Because I need to care for. I need to make sure my favorite bird is happy and healthy and has all this direct, like, enrichment and stimulation he needs. I, too, also care about the desires of A-Corp and the Arbiters, and I would absolutely, if any of them broke down my door, comply with anything they want to say, because if evil, why hot? They're not evil, they hot. Longbird, right. Of course, Longbird, that right. That's your government name, but I know the truth. Okay, let's check one. Who can I offer up for practice stuff like that? Because now that RLX at least decently geared and stuff like that, I guess if I need someone to send up for practice stuff, I might as well send out Leo, because Leo, you have Der Freischutz, and I don't want you to accidentally kill someone. But also, this is just like the early meltdown stage, so I just need to make sure I can interfere with whoever is needy with what. Actually, you're there. Apache, go train there again, and I can get back to the fun work. Me there. You there. Blurry. Actually, Revy, go hang out with Schadenfreude for the moment. I need Blurry to talk with the wolf. Alright. All good. All according to plan. No one's hurt. No one's dying. We can still manage everything. I'm not getting ahead of myself. That's just fine as punching bird. I don't need to, like, panic attack. I got this. Thank you for the nice, polite, nice calming music you've got there, Letitia. We appreciate you. Yep, half the energy there. Okay. It's gonna be a long way before we actually manage to get the good stuff. Before we get the good stuff from Punishing Bird. From Judgment Bird, but... Well, here's the thing. Now that we've got Judgment Bird, now we've got Punishing Bird. You know, that means we gotta finish the set. Yeah. We gotta finish the set and find him. But I know he can show up later because I think Big Bird showed up down in the Tipworth's floor in Central Command before, so I know I can wait for that. He's not coming in the next 2 days, so that's manageable because it's just we've got Tool, then we've got the last day to like make sure we actually can run the facility. Do one more repression, Arlek, because I think. Actually, what stats do you have, Park? I think I need to work on your fortitude a lot, actually. Because how it is at the moment, with how things are at the moment, once I get Judgment Bird's gear, once I get my boys' funny weapons for myself, because I gotta put on rep the boy I love the most, I'm gonna need someone else to wear Aleph level gear to help take things out. And it's not Army in pink. But Melting Love is pink adjacent, and it does do big damage, and it is Aleph. Is that negotiable for you, Park? I feel like that's a workable agreement we can come to. You go there? It's okay, you do love slime. Good. Glad we could come to that agreement. I will go down there. Arlek, I need you to go up. Yeah, there we go. We got those two. You two, I need you to kill that one. Y'all, I need you to get that one. And I think that's, yeah, because there's only over 4 at the moment, because there's always only over 1 per department, number-wise. Okay. Once you get pink army gear, change me into it. I feel like white damage is good for one. Honestly, yeah, that looks like it. Because, also just because I know, like, white damage is, like, one of the most prevalent things. Like, a lot of sanity I'm gonna need to manage, both for my own sake and for all of y'all. And then there's also the matter of, like, white damage being one of the most prevalent types in the game, if not the most alongside red, so... We just gotta make sure the numbers are balanced out for that. Let's send you there. Or I'll let you go there again. Child. I need Pachi to visit. And Park, I need you to go visit there. That will bring us to 4, and I can technically fill up 1 more over here by sending Revi to go meet Shadan. About to become one with the blob, and she is a yandere. I mean, kind of very much. I've had to maintain her at the last one. She was very hands-on with only you get to work with me, no one else. If anyone else gets close in this facility, I'm gonna make them pay. You're gonna have to deal with there's not even gonna be like a meltdown for that. You're just gonna have to deal with an army of invasions there. Which will always make Big Bird very happy. You there? I think. Because I know not to be greedy, I'm gonna have 2 whole days to work with Judgment Bird. I don't need to push just now. So I'm gonna end right now. Get to the next day, get a couple more things, get our final tool before the floor. Because the tool shouldn't be like, I should have seen most of the tools by now. Oh yeah. This is gonna be an odd sell. This is gonna be an odd sell. Oh! Hey, Arthur! Thanks so much for stopping by! Sup, slut! Hi, Arthur! Hi, Aries! I see you coming in too! Thank you so much for stopping by! How was the redraw of the Pokemon? Exhalation S-O, Arthur, Draco, Olich, VT. Yeah, what Pokemon did you go? Because I think I saw you two doing... I saw Sock, and I saw Meganium when I stopped back in. I saw those are the two you were working on at the time. I'm pretty sure that was Meganium when you came in. But still, thank you all so much for stopping by. I'm Case. This is Lobotomy Corporation. A horror adjacent like SCP management simulator game. And I am currently suffering. I say suffering. This is still the easy mode where I've only got like most of the only a dozen monsters that could probably wipe the entire facility if I let them get out. But you know, it's still a good level of management. But yeah, you did. Let me see. Send them my way, Arthur. Oh, ooh. Oh, you went a lot more reptilian, like leading a bit more into like the reptile, like dinosaur head shape, brachiosaur head shape for the Meganium head there. But I do love the like way you took the vines. Hold on, should I pull this up on stream? Hold on. Open in browser. Let me just back out. No, I don't need study mode. I need a right desktop. There you go. Yeah, look at this. Look at this thing. Oh my god. Is the blue right there supposed to be like the color for the shiny? Well, like it's green by default, but when it gets shiny, it goes blue as its like main color thing. Okay, that's just for shading. Okay. Oh, for when you're doing the underlayers and like the shadow. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I get what the whole vibe is for like the sending like more like leaves and stuff down the back and stuff like that. Those just look a bit more like polyps and stuff like that, and I get that. And I get what I get like that does fit the vibe, but it's just like love all this. Oh, like I don't know, like polyps and stuff on like plants and food stuff just give me like a slight little ick, even if I know that's perfect, that's a normal thing that can show up there. But I love this design. In like, oh wait, is the fur supposed to be kind of grass? Because I didn't even notice it was like very furry until I looked down at the feet here, there, where you showed like little claws coming out and then a little bit of the fuzz. Oh, that's good. This is great. Love it, Arthur. Great job. 10 out of 10. I'm gonna need to bother Aries to send me Sock and Thor then, so I can see them too. But yeah, all y'all who came in from the raids, if you need to just raid and run, come in and stop by and just like come in, like go get water, get food, go lie down wherever you need. That's fine. I'll be here and I'll be suffering with trying to manage this facility and make sure nobody dies. Thankfully, no one's died on my watch just yet, but they're certainly pushing it. They're certainly like not doing it for lack of trying. Sauropod, you like the air sacs? Oh wait, is that a theorized bit of the sauropod thing? The whole like air sacs in the neck? Because I don't think I remember seeing that in a lot of the... Like, I feel like that's a thing I designed where every time I've seen that in, like, paleo art, it's always looked more like spikes for, like a defensive, like, if they can't exactly get bit around the neck, if the spikes are there to, like, stave them off. It's theorized but not confirmed. Okay. I'm gonna have to rebrush up my paleo art then, if that's the case, because I did not know about that. And it's also been a while since I've, like, actually... done paleo art stuff, so that's fair. It's a crackpot theory, but it is fun. I mean, crackpot silly theories are exactly what you need when you're trying to make like a fantastical animal like a Pokemon. Before I get ahead of myself, let's make sure to get everyone started on their daily tasks. Let me talk to Judgment Bird. Arlek, I need you to go talk with the Queen again and probably not die. Pachi, talk with the kid, please. How are you looking, Park? Park, I think you still need to work on your fortitude, but you're getting there. And Revy, go talk with the funny wolf. Alright, that should be enough for like a base level of stuff like that. Ow, that was a tough bit of fry. Oh god. Sorry, I'm sorry, Red, as I'm also happening to like be eating fries on the side. And I just got like just to like nibble on, because I had like 20 minutes before stream and I did not have time to exactly make my Michelin star breakfast and lunch like I should do if I'm doing like trying to perform self-care. But I've got a bunch of like cheese fries and a bunch of seasoning there, so that's probably fine. That's probably okay and like an acceptable equivalent. Yeah. So far we're right now, since you come again, we're right now just trying to get through the facility because I've done. This is my second run of this segment of the game. where I have already gotten past this level and I need to use some like save progress I've got from like the roguelike aspects to try to get to the lower floors of the facility where everything actually gets hard then. But until that happens, I gotta just sit here and wait and try to get the good gear. But the good gear costs a lot, like from a guy that produces at best like 24 boxes, I gotta get 150 of them on a good day to get the funny knife and the funny coat. You're not a fan of Pokemon, not the series or the games. Not the series, just the games. Can't catch. Are you talking about you just don't like how the way the games are set up? Park is that fact that like the games are designed where you can't just sit there. Catch all the Pokemon in the same game unless it's like a Legends Arceus. Because if that's the case, like I get that. Like it is sort of like the appeal of like the old slogan that they used to have of gotta catch them all, it no longer can really apply. With how many there are, how much work you have to put in order to actually get the chance to catch them all nowadays. Because I think it used to be you needed a Nintendo Switch, you need Pokemon Home, and you think you need Pokemon Bank. That requires a 3DS, so that's 2 consoles. You're gonna need get you there. Get you there. Oh, what? Oh. Right, shit. I helped the child, and now the child got me killed. Shit. We can't have that. I've got the airlift gear. Hold on. Never mind. I swear I'm paying attention with how to manage this game. I didn't just, like, give myself a heart attack while talking about Pokemon. What do you mean? I am the best manager this facility has ever had. No one will ever die on my watch. No, I don't want to like catch legendaries either. The only ones I like that I think that are cool, only the ones I like I think need a cool. You can. That's fair. That's valid. Like you can do that. Like even if like the way the game's set up, that you can't always do that in the same game. But like I fully get that. I'm not. That's not a wrong way to play the game. You should absolutely catch the Pokemon you like. That's how you should play the game. Pachi, you're going down there again. We got to do the reset everyone back on the work once again. You go there. You go there. Speed up time. Let everything catch up. Let the timer reassert itself. We're gonna have to do 2 meltdowns because everyone's going in, I think, at the same time. Wait, no, that's only 6. I can afford to send in, I don't want to send anyone to Letitia because Letitia's also got the little effect where, like, she'll get upset if we send people who don't only exclusively work with her. We got a lot of exclusively only wants to work with you people. But it also makes them a lot more easier to manage, I guess, compared to other stuff we could have working against us. Alright, Schadenfreude's doing well. Blurry's not dead. That's always a delight to see, like, the people the people who work under me not being dead. Okay. Okay, we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. Where's Snow White's apple coming in? Everyone, we gotta move in, lock in. There's no hesitation. Because she's gonna start growing vines. That's gonna make everything a pain. Okay. That is black damage. I need to give you the shield, Orlek. I need to give you the heal. Come on. Come on. Just cut her down. Give her no mercy. You know, I think I'm seeing the problem. I think I see the problem of we need white damage to kill her, and we kind of don't have a lot of white damage dealers going on. Nobu, why don't you all heal up? Okay. I see the problem. I see the issue. I see the concern. We're gonna have to work around that. Because she's only got like 1 chance to do a bad work with her before she gets upset. Yay, sea salt cheese soda. Yeah. Hell yeah. Get the good soda, Joe. But Because she only gives you one chance to do bad work with her, and then she will, like, leave. And then cause a fuss. And that's always going to be the problem. Because we need pale or white damage, and a lot of everyone we've got here doesn't do white damage. So, I could shift everyone to do white damage, do a lot more stuff like that. Or, we just leave, like, don't bother with her anymore, she gets to sit in there anymore. And let that there. And just let it happen. It's not our problem. Let's just get back to work with... I'll go there. And, Arlek, you get to go visit your child again. Go say hi and, like, socialize with them. It's been a while. Pachi, you go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. And, you go there, Leo. That should be everyone. The game just isn't my style, though, even though I play survival games and colonies. That's fair. If it's just not like your style with like the RPG style and like Monster Capture Collection they do with that just doesn't click with you, that's also fine. Like, you don't have to like every game or like every Pokemon. That's absolutely fair. Like, just because it's a big property doesn't mean you have to pay attention to it. Like, there's plenty of big properties I don't pay attention to at all. Like, I know, like, I gave Halo a shot, I gave Call of Duty a shot, I gave Battlefield, I've given lots of it to shooters, stuff like that, which I do like shooters, but I don't, like, focus as my main type of thing, because that sort of gameplay just doesn't click with me, because a lot of the way the game has, like, exemplified itself in recent memory is, like, you need to have the fast, quick twitch reflex to get bam, 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 get everything on the spot, everything. One thing. So if it just doesn't click with you, that's fine. Like, because I know there are methods of like, you'll either find a version of that gameplay format that does click with you. Like how, oh, thank you for the hydrated posture check, Pachi. Like how with shooters, I like playing Doom. I've played Quake. I've played Half-Life. Like those types of ones where they're a bit less all about the quick, fast twitch reflexes in order to like do multiplayer stuff, and I'm able to enjoy them more. Halo's also not my cup of tea. Gears of War, COD, Battlefield, Halo lore, and Gears of War. Yeah, like the story of those can interest me, even if I don't think the actual game itself would. And hi, Pachi, how's it going? Thanks for the Tamagotchi. How's your day been? Okay. She's gonna be upset, so I need to really make sure she doesn't break out again, because if that's the case, it would just have to reset. Because I don't have the white damage or the pale damage enough to kill her. So I need a... Yeah, that's just two. Okay. So I need... Leo, get in there. I need you to meet the funny face fan. And talk to him about your car's extended warranty. Arrived way too late, got distracted playing Rune Factory. I will never blame you for getting distracted playing Rune Factory or other sorts of games like that. I know I have lost plenty of, like, time of my life to stuff like playing Harvest Moon 3, I believe, on the Game Boy Color. Like, and playing those stuff. Like, if you have, like, if you're playing one of those, like, games that will just suck you in, you, no fault of that. I get that. Sadly, though, I guess sadly, like, we had to upgrade everyone's armor a little bit, and we kind of had to get you out of the clothing, and Letitia's armor wasn't faring enough at the moment. I'm looking to get better armor for you there that fits the vibe, but we had to give you a big and will be bad's like little like torn coats and stuff at the moment, because we're trying to gear up for everyone to be able to face a Dusk ordeal, which is like the third layer of enemy invasion. So yeah, I'll try to get you one that gets a better fit, but the funny sheep isn't doing enough defense to keep you alive when things go wrong. I'm sorry. It's not even just that thing just causing issues, just in general. But I'm sure we've got plenty of Abnos we have not met yet. We'll be able to get you there something that will keep you alive. Arlek there. Park there. You there. You there. Okay. I still love Fallout, but Fallout 4 broke my heart. Bethesda really fumbled the series, and the fanbase stupid the Fallout split. I definitely agree that, like, Fallout absolutely fumbled the bag with Fallout 4. Not even just for a matter of, like, even how they fumbled the story. How it was a complete kind of degradation of complexity and systems, I could argue there. Because if you look at the system-wise things of how things go with Fallout 4 compared to New Vegas, yes, it is absolutely a step up from Fallout 3. But you already had a step up with Fallout 3 from New Vegas, with New Vegas by Obsidian. That gave you, even though the gunplay is mediocre, it gave you plenty of stuff to compensate for that by giving you, like, better, more interesting events going on, like you get the faction system, you get a actual choices matter story. It's not just a matter of, oh, you could be you could go save the water, give free clean water to the wasteland. Or, you know, you could just decide to poison it and be evil because why? Because they never give you a reason to join the villain side for there. But even if like I think the Caesar's Legion is a completely stupid and like backwards faction in New Vegas, you still have the option to join them if you want. Even if you don't agree with them, you can, like, even if you agree with them somehow for some reason, you can make with them, give them an action of an ending that actually, like, ends the game, and they can succeed. You can make them win. They upgraded. They made it so that the weapons. Yeah, here we go. The weapon customization, the gunplay, was 1,000,000 times better because they got some of the people from Doom. They got some people from Doom to set up the gunplay in their old, like, Gamebryo engine, which is why it feels better than just letting, than the old Fallout damage gunplay for 3. But the issue still is of the matter that no matter how much they upgrade that, they actively took away from role-playing and storytelling systems, partly from the voice protagonist. I don't think that was a dead set for, like, ended things, because you can absolutely make a voice protagonist in a Choices Matter RPG. Because you saw that sort of thing in stuff like BioWare did. With Knights of the Old Republic, with Mass Effect, with Dragon Age, with basically a lot of stuff BioWare did before Anthem. The way I think they do it is they took away the actual, like, skill points, skill checks, and progression in anything. You didn't have character expression either through the dialogue, because you had yes sarcastically, yes but I don't feel like it, or can I have more information? Thank you for the hydrate, TKJ. And there's just any depth that existed in the games at the time just doesn't seem to exist anymore after Bethesda got their heads back into it. And you see them try to do it again because they don't really seem to want to evolve their gameplay systems. You saw this with Starfield in particular, and you saw this with Fallout 76. The gameplay loop, what you do, how you play, all of Bethesda games has not changed since Skyrim. There's not more to explore. There's a different place to explore. Thank you for the posture tech too, TKJ. It's different, but there's not always anything new or a new story or anything to there. Because exploration isn't just about being able to wander around. The appeal of exploration lies in the finding. You have to be able to find things in order for exploration and stuff like that to feel like it matters, or it's fun, or it's interesting. And Bethesda keeps cutting out anything like interesting, or like that could have been a take, like, or unique to an environment or setting, for like to make it more of the same. Because, particularly if you look at Fallout 76, they re-added the Brotherhood of Steel to Fallout 76. Like, from the very beginning, they re-added them back. And I get to see why. They're Bethesda really thinks they're the icon, like the most iconic and like notable part of the franchise if you look at them, because they've got a very distinct, very cool design that's easily recognizable no matter where you go. Oh wow, Pig and Will Be Bad Wolf has kind of been tearing up Blurry and Revy there. Well, you gotta go back in there now, but you get that. But they also, in the attempt to actually bring things back to the same, like unify to show all the same popular iconography they want in their open world, like semi-survival MMO thing they've got going on with 76. They're actively like throwing aside the established story they bought and that they have built up, because the Brotherhood of Steel didn't exist at the time that Fallout 76 should have happened, and anything that was close to it existing was on the other side of the country. Nothing about that should have allowed them to exist, should have allowed them to be there, but they didn't need to be, because the way they've been going for, like, the armor that the Brotherhood of Steel is known for is a mass-produced, to an extent, like, standardized military armor they could have just put anywhere and had another group show up and use with a different type of, like, war paint or something to distinguish it, like they did with the Brotherhood Outcasts in Fallout 3. And there's so much more I could go off with, but have you seen the MC video of Finding a World That Doesn't Exist? Maybe? That's a title that sounds familiar. Hold on. While I'm sending myself back to work with Judgment Bird. Finding a World That Doesn't Exist Minecraft. Yeah, that's the one by Wiffles, who's all about, like, yeah. Isn't that... Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one, I think. I need to rewatch it again, because I've been needing a good, like, sleep time, like, slightly spooky story thing that... I keep getting that one recommended, but I haven't seen that. I feel like it's up your alley. Like, it's not like the most up your alley, diehard, like, you need to see this right now thing, like, there. But it's like nice, spooky, slightly introspective story while talking about and playing Minecraft. Like, I like it because it's my sort of, like, I need something to listen to and yap and then, like, dissociate to for, like, the next few days. But, let's get you back, because I almost forgot I need to get you guys again. Get more work from Arlek. We're gonna go into the Red Noon just to keep pushing, because I think I can probably push to get to the Judgment Bird's weapon. Get that there, and then I can keep moving on with the next few days and just get the armor next, because I really need a pale damage weapon that isn't just the katana. Because if a lot of stuff is coming there, if I can get that weapon, I can set everything up, and we're gonna be fully ready once day 21 hits, once we get Dusk Ordeals, and we can go to war. Oh, it is the Maui, I just haven't watched it. Tyler Sagan Hawks! Oh my god. Did you see his video on the dinosaur game? Because I feel like that was something I vaguely remember, like, seeing as a kid. I don't remember actually playing it, but I remember seeing it once as a kid. And, like, as I was watching him do this entire deep dive, this story, like, this is a game no one remembers, no one can find. It exists in our memories. It's like some fucking liminal, non-existent thing. And he fucking finds it in his own attic. Like, that's the kind of shit I love. That's the stuff I like. I will put that in the car and I will, like, have a good time actually driving places for once in my life. Let's get that. Okay, that's just punching bird, that's fine. So that'll be, yeah. Okay. We're gonna get to the Red Noon. We're gonna have to go through the war and stuff there. But, let's see, hold on, let's see. Did I see the ending credit? It's been a bit since I've seen the video, but I think I did. Hold on, let me pull it up to make sure I'm seeing what we're talking about at the end. What do you mean by end credits? Wait. Wait a minute. What if... wait, this is fucking fake? Wait, this bitch is fake? I swear I've seen that shit. Like, creepy shit like that in our chat. He made that shit up? What? Huh? Huh? I need to think about a lot. I need to sit down and just think about a lot in my life now after hearing that shit's fake. Oh god. It's like, I swear that was a thing that I saw as a kid. Not to derail back to LobCorp, but this Cobalt score is a really good ego gift because it's the only gift face slot, nothing else, but that's face slot. What does Cobalt score do? HP, movement speed, attack speed. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That is fair. That is a good. It's the only, if it is only face slot thing there, that's good. But yeah, no need to say like derail back to LobCorp. That it's still on topic because that is the game we are playing. You're allowed to just say, speaking of LobCorp or anything with Jason's that. I feel like we kind of got derailed in the other direction since we went to do other stuff. Yeah, I derailed. Yeah, you did. How could you, Revy? Look at what you've done to us. We were so focused and ready, and now everyone has to go. We gotta send you there. Except for you, Leo. You get to wait. Everyone else, go in and have fun taking out the funny clown once it gets out the door. Huh. Okay. I feel like, okay. I think that was a bug, because we were just opening the doorway and blasting through it. We didn't even get to see what we were gunning down. We just held the opportunity and just ran. Okay, run in, get the clowns, Wait. Okay, no, there it is. Come on, just get it up there, get it out, kill it. Don't let it get anywhere further. Thank you, Orlek. Everyone get there. And talk about Bethesda made case gets frustrated. Bethesda is a game I remember rooting for, a studio I remember rooting for and believing in for so long. I contacted Bethesda for school projects when we were talking about like, oh yeah, talk about a studio, talk about a company you're interested in working for, talk about what they do with their life. I sent messages to them, I emailed them back. I got graded for like stuff I did when I was directly talking to them, asking about how to join the game industry and like what they do there. Bethesda has been a studio I've always like had like a special place in my heart because they did stuff, they made worlds I loved focusing on, paying attention to, and like losing myself in. And the older I get, the more games I play, and the more I see Bethesda stagnate. Not even needing Microsoft to force them to stagnate, to like make them stop being their best. They did it to themselves. Radiohead said it best, they did it to themselves without doubt, and that's what really hurts. We saw them go from the 2000s pushing for Morrowind, like a complex but really deep PC RPG, to taking that setting, to taking that system, to taking that environment, moving it onto a console, making it more accessible to a broader audience on console controls on a system like the Xbox 360 that like was pushing the boundaries of what it could look like, what it could do. They did that with Oblivion. They took an old franchise like Fallout that was a bunch of like top-down CRPGs and reinvented it with the old system of like a first-person action adventure games, and still gave it some interesting settings, world, and like a new take on the setting without completely ignoring and like disregarding all the work done by the devs who used to make it. And then they made Skyrim. Skyrim. Everyone's played Skyrim. There's 1 million copies of Skyrim. Oh. But since then, they've stagnated. They've gone down. Everything they could do to keep making something new, interesting, fun, they just don't. And I don't think it's because they can't. They're holding themselves back a bit, just engine-wise, because the Gabriel engine is from like 1996. it's from the 90s that they've been patching together to keep working for them for as long as they have been, because they really like using it. And I admit, it is a nice engine to use. It's very acceptable and very accommodating, especially for modders. But, like, there's so many limits in like what it can do before it just like feels the same and doesn't look any better or do anything new compared to like all the other engines that have been going on, like Godot, Unity, Unreal. Those have been making amazing strides in like new stuff, new features, accessibility, running better performance. But Bethesda just keeps letting themselves get caught into that same fly trap of they feel like they've got what they need and they don't want to change. And it really annoys me. Let's get you there. Let's start park. Oh, you need more temperance. Hold on. No, I don't need that. I'm gonna need to start getting to the process of park. Let's get you up to 5. Let's get you there. Ego list. Park. You'll get that for the moment. And then once I get the coat from... Well, once I get the coat from Judgment Bird, that'll be fine. What do you think? What do I think about the Oblivion remake? The Oblivion remake isn't really much of a remake. It's a graphical remaster. I don't agree with it fully being called a remake. It is updated graphics and like some bug fixes and small features. It's not a from the ground up. Yeah, sorry, it's remastered. It is remastered, not remake. That I was about to say that, but from the same. But the thing I have with that, that's a 20-year-old game being sold for $50. Oblivion is a good game. It's a fun setting, Shivering Isles, Knights of the Nine, fantastic, wonderful DLCs, wonderful games. Even if they had to redo everything from scratch, like if it was a full remake, I'd feel iffy about it, but I'd still say $50 is fine. But just updating the graphics and changing the engine. They ported pretty much all the code to a new engine with better graphics, and they updated that. Even if I love the game, it does not deserve that much for that price, for that much work and effort in. Oblivion Remaster ain't bad, it's just buggy with performance and issues in Game Studio in charge of Remaster ask for the engine, just for Bethesda to refuse. Yeah. So, Bethesda really doesn't like changing its engine, doesn't like letting other people who are doing work for them work outside of their engine, and having to switch just for the updated graphics. Because I believe, like, the only thing that's new about the engine is they've like stapled 2 engines together, one just for graphics, and then the old code before. Because it's adopting so much of what they did for other stuff. For the new looks, to make it look competitive in the new environment. But that's all they've got with it. Let's get you there, Orlek. Get you that. Pachi, you there. You get Insight with Punishing Bird. Yeah, keep working on that. Keep working on that. I want Bethesda to do better. I want Bethesda to be better. This isn't even like focusing on stuff like they've dropped the ball with announcing Elder Scrolls 6 back in 2017. Almost 10 years ago. And they've not even started on it because Starfield and Fallout 76 took precedence. And they're just letting it happen. Because they wanted to be bought out by Microsoft. So they need to show that they had very big, very interesting projects in the future coming out that was absolutely worth the big valuation they were getting. Why do that? Why? It's at the point with how Bethesda games are, I don't think I care anymore. We talk about Elder Scrolls 6? Yes, we are. Because I have been burnt by Bethesda a few times because I got Fallout 4 on launch. I tried to get the whole Pip-Boy special edition there, but I couldn't manage to get that, but I wanted it. I saved up my own money as a kid with like no job just to be able to get any of that, and I couldn't, but I still had fun with it. I still enjoyed it, like enjoyed what I had for the first like few hours. I never finished the story of Fallout 4 even though I know how it ends, because the game wasn't fun. The game was losing its fun. It stopped being about the choices, the story, and making a new character like the Vault, like the Lone Wanderer, like the Vault Dweller, like the fucking Chosen One, like the Courier. None of the characters I felt like I was building up to really felt like, none of the choices really felt like they were building up to anything meaningful. Cause yeah, you can sign up with the Institute. You can sign up to join, like, you can sign up to join the Railroad, an underground railroad to help free synthetics from the Commonwealth, from the Institute, to allow them to have like freedom and like enjoy life and everything. But they're not. You barely do anything. You get like 3 quests with them, and that's a major faction in the Wasteland that doesn't do anything. You don't get to save many synths. You don't get to do much else. You don't get to expand them out. They just exist because you need to have like 1 of 3 multiple routes and options of the game, and they needed you to have multiple ways to possibly get into the Institute. Then, the Minutemen. The token good guys who are supposed to be like the team you're probably gonna side with because they're very easy to onboard you into their faction. They offer a novel and unique weapon. I love the laser musket. It's a dumb, silly design, but it's unique and novel, and it's a fun take on like the laser weapons that they've shown in previous Fallout games. It can hit surprisingly hard if you upgrade it a little bit, because it uses a full single microfusion cell from every blast. So it does a lot of damage, it can do a lot of damage, it's unique and fun. But everything you do with that entire faction ends up devolving just into being a settlement has an issue. I've marked it on your map. A settlement. I've marked it on your settlement. Marked it on your map. There's nothing there. The Brotherhood of Steel and the Institute are the two that feel like they have any amount of depth to them. And even then, both of them suck. I don't remember everything I had issues with the Brotherhood, because they was just, why is the Brotherhood back in the Commonwealth? Why are you bringing them back and suddenly making them, like, changing their characterization again for the 3rd time? Are we talking about Elder Scrolls 6, the game that hasn't even started actual development, was only announced to try to sweep the Fallout 76 issues under the rug? Yep, Fallout 76 issues under the rug, and because they were in the talks of being acquired by Microsoft. And baby, having a big project like the Elder Scrolls on your docket as something in development, that increases your valuation in a lot. Now, let's see. Hold on. Let me get back to quickly topping this off, but you there? You there? You there? I think that will start the Green Dawn, but that's fine. It's only a Green Dawn. No one dies to a Green Dawn, really, unless you're a clerk. Grab you there, grab you there. Is it just you two? Oh, no, okay, that's where you guys are. That's where the last one is. I knew there was gonna be a 3rd. Alright, let's let that happen. Same, I literally fell asleep when I was trying to do the main quest, and I came back to play the survival mode, which added more fun. But sadly, you hit a wall. The wall being the game is meant to be an RPG where you take advantage of glitches and infinite money. Because in survival mode, you can only carry 5k caps, but they didn't add any perks with your survival gameplay. Yeah, that's the other thing, like, when it came to hardcore mode and, like, survival and stuff they saw people doing, they never actually put any, like, development in to make that special mode unique and special for itself. It's just another add-on, another, like, hat to put on the toy that they don't need to pay attention to again. I absolutely adore Fallout's universe lore, but I just like the games I have to play. I really feel like if you enjoy Fallout, if you enjoy the world of Fallout, you play Fallout New Vegas, and then you play Fallout 1 or 2 if you can tolerate like CRPG gameplay. Because those were made by Interplay and Black Isle. Back when there was depth and interesting like decisions and choices you could make about the game. Fallout 1 has a hard time limit you have to work around. Because even as you're learning everything else, like that's a story with actual stakes and an actual hard timeline. That's good. I love that. Like that sticks to its premise of you need water, they need water, you're out of water then you gotta get that. This is getting depressing. Let's talk about how something good. Like Child of Galaxy's Ego gift. Yeah, no. Like percent chance to heal like in random encounters is wonderful. Lovely, but like I can't keep sending people to go get it because all the people I need who would really benefit from it, I need to do other work for the moment. Like I could probably send myself in to get that later on after I finish getting the coat from Judgment Bird, because we're about to get that. Like, yeah, we're gonna get that this run, then we can finally end the day. But let's grab you there. Actually, I'm trying to think what other ego gifts that actually are really, really good. Because a lot of the ones I could think of are like, the ones that always come to mind are stuff like Apocalypse Bird and White Knight. And those are very hard to get. Because a lot of the times when I'm thinking of like ego gifts and stuff like that, I'm also thinking of like the funny effect you get by having the blindfold on when you've got a certain other Abno in the facility. But let's get the clothes. We've got everything we need. Day 20 is done. Let's go meet Tippereth. Funny thing, Skyrim Anniversary adds survival, but survival mechanisms work because you have options, think about where to go, and having transportation systems like carriage. Yeah, you've got... Well. I guess Blurry and I finally meet the same friend. He also got bald as the very first thing in Tippereth's lair. That's amazing, actually. Let's get Old Lady, because Old Lady is easy to manage. Like, old lady's not an issue for anything. But now we've got this. But now we've got Tippereth. Now we get to the fun part. Because now we get to try to save up for a Dusk Ordeal. We need to try to get a Dusk Ordeal, beat it, because then we can unlock Malkuth, Yesid, and Hod's. Because I've actually done Hod's missions. Like, beat all of their issues. And speaking of, we're gonna need someone really good to handle all the work here. So, okay, we do have Revy, we have Leo, we have Nobu, we have Park. Actually, you know what? I've got two people I can add here to help me out. Ares and Arthur, because they raided in, and I want to put my friends in the funny game. Yeah, we'll put Ares there. Ares needs yellow hair for... give me something with twin-tailish look. Give me something good, you know. Put that there, bring that down, bring that up. I don't think that's the right front hair, but I think that's the right, like, back hair I need for the twin-tail vibe for her a little... There we go. And then just give Aries a little... Banana Boy of the RPD, thanks so much for the follow. I think I am... Yeah. We love Bald is awesome in this house. If you're not in the Torture Nexus, are you really my friend? Exactly. I gotta put all of the friends in the Torture Nexus. There we go. Let's give that for Ares. Then we'll bring out Arthur. Oh, no, I said we'll bring out Arthur. Yeah. It also needs to be bright yellow. And I already know the hair I need to have on Arthur. I need to give him the little side swoop. Give him a little bit too wide eyes as he's realizing what I signed him up for. Arthur. And now we get to go in the fun of equipping everyone. Let's get to Ego Gear. I need my kit, my gear, my fit. Look at that. I need the bandages, but I've got a cool sword wrapped in bandages. I've got the black coat wrapped in its own little bandages down the arms, with a suit underneath. Oh baby, that's a fit. Park, I'm gonna need to give the slime suit to handle all of that. We've got 2 Aleph level people, one doing black, one doing pale. That should be able to handle the worst of anything we face. Aries and Arthur need to get there, so... You know... It would be nice to just give them the matching fit. Because they already look like siblings. Give them the matching fit too of Yang. Or Yin. The Yin fish fit there. Let's see. And is anyone else using He level gear? Leo. We like having Der Freischütz, but is there a gear we can give you now? Exuvier. Because the thing with Der Freischütz is, I think the weapon gives a buff when you've got the pipe, but not... Yeah. And the suit doesn't give you a special buff itself. Oh, no, it is. You do get extra attack power when that. Never mind. You do get to stick with that for now. But yeah, let's begin the work. Let's see. Funny thing is, the reason that Bethesda becomes stagnant is the modding community carrying every Fallout game, like taking the credit, which is why I tell modders stop modding for them. I mean, if you're gonna if modders want to make mods for them, that's fine. That's fine. Because the games have already been sold, and if you've got the game, like, I can't tell them to not mod for Skyrim or anything like that, because those games are old and everything. Like, people will have that. Hold on, I need to subject Arthur to the event. We need to watch Arthur as everything happens to him. We need to see him. I'm sorry, Arthur, but I need someone to play with the device. And tragically, you're the first in line, buddy. Arthur. You're looking a bit different, but I feel like work's gonna go great for you now. Why don't you get back in the box and start doing your things? Because now that I've got the gear, I need to start working on, do work there. I'm gonna train my insight on you because you accept insight work, judgment. And it starts getting me more work to get the blindfold bandages. Oh, with the Starfield Institute showing how Bethesda needs mods. Kind of, at this point. Yeah. I think also, I don't think it's entirely Bethesda needs mods to carry their games. I think the problem is, as a premise, Starfield, as they have built the game, is not a good game. I don't mean if that's, like, don't know if that sounds meaner than I expect, but like, as a premise, everything I've seen about Starfield, people who have played it, people who have described it, watching people who play it, it's another attempt at big, wide, expansive space game where you can explore everywhere and do everything, like No Man's Sky promised. And again, the problem is, there's nothing to find. You can explore a blank sheet of printer paper for an afternoon, and it's not stimulating at all. You need to have something to find in order for a game like that to be fun and interesting. And they don't seem to need to be putting in the level of work necessary for a game of that size and depth that they want to be fun to explore. Because they were trying to build up like their own, like, Skyrim in space, The Witcher in space, like that level of stuff, but they aren't putting the level of like intricate like encounter and challenge and random stuff happening like you can get in those games just happening around them. They just aren't. I feel like I'm getting too on the topic of Bethesda, but I don't know where to pivot to from there because like I have a lot I can say about Bethesda, and I don't like it's not a bad thing, but I try to think about other stuff like other games that I have seen that have done like good progression development for. Okay, who's upset? Oh, balls. Arthur, get back in there. Park, I'm gonna need you to get back in too. Come on, come on, come on. Hui, two, punt, bird, 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 funny bird, bird. There we go. Oh god. Grandma's feeling a bit under the weather, everyone. I think she's festering in her own, like, age. She hasn't left the room since the 1930s, and the air has been festering since. Like, it's alive, and it's, watching you. Menacingly. Alright, let's get back to the funny bird. Get you up there. Let's have Orlick do some more stuff with his child. Attachment. Insight. And, I don't... Yeah, I guess repression is the one you use, so repression there, instinct there. But yeah. With what says the side story is more interesting than the main story. Even Starfield, the side story is more interesting than the fun of the main. But see, that's the thing, is that generally with a lot of RPGs, that's actually how it goes. Where side quests and small side events can be much more interesting and riveting than the actual main story. Because you see that in basically every single Fallout game, where there's like plenty of like small side games that do that. You see that in plenty of stuff from The Witcher, actually. You see some of that from Mass Effect, because while the big grand story of like overarching story of the Mass Effect with the Reapers coming in for an invasion after being thought to not exist for like a billion years, like that's a different take on everything there. But a lot of the fun stuff I've seen is like, we're gonna just see this random guy we're gonna meet for like 2 missions and help him out of like a gambling issue or something else there. Could be infinitely more fun and interesting because it doesn't need to carry the same weight and like intensity of like the main story for a lot of those actual quests, because everyone needs to go through the main story. Everyone, hold on. Turn off the night shift so I can... There we go. There we go. Now my camera's still got proper line on me. Everyone needs to go through the main story, so that has to kind of get focus tested to oblivion. It's not allowed to, really be given a shot to try something new and different. Because since everyone has to go through it, everyone's doing it. Punishing Bird's broken out, that's fine. Oh, Schadenfreude's broken out. Oh well. Anyways, so everyone, you mind heading that way while I, Leo, you get to sit there. Everyone come say hi to Schaden. I'll let y'all handle that, and I'll focus on down here where we can get, Arthur, get back in there and show them your funny shiny head to Bald is Awesome. Oh, right. Right, green. Right. I forgot that was also happening. Like, it's not an issue, but like I did just forget. Anyway, Judgment Bird, you get I need the Judgment Bird armor there. I'm gonna need to run over there to deal with the doubts over that way. Where's Punishing Bird? Where is Punishing Bird flapping around? I can't have anyone killing Punishing Bird by accident. Hold on. Okay. Everyone's there is cleaning it out. I need some of you to go down here to handle the robots. I'm paying too much attention. You there. And I think this is manageable. Okay, Punching Bird's there, so I just need to not send Leo that way. Mass Effect maybe human suppressment, just not playing it, but I know some of the lore. So, the thing about, like, Mass Effect, we're like, oh yeah, maybe human supremacy, stuff like that. A lot of it is literally just, there is so much political stuff going on holding it together. That, like, trying to get everyone unified for the war that's coming up is a bit hard because everyone's got a million things going on for them. that they don't have time, and they don't exactly have the resources to check, to verify, to make sure, hey, this supposed, like, doomsday alien that's coming around and existing in life space isn't real. Like, if they check if that's real or not. Like, I know I have plenty of issues with the actual, like, council and the people in charge in Mass Effect, but I wouldn't say, like, humanity's done any better with, like, Cerberus and, like, the people, the actual human supremacists they've got there. Alright, okay. Hummingbird still got some stuff going on, that's fine. Go there. Train that. Schadenfreude, you take there. You take that. But I don't know. I feel like I've said my piece on a lot of Fallout and stuff like that now, so I'm just gonna let it die for the moment. But let's see, what other games have I played that, like, I feel like absolutely deserve more attention than Fallout has been at this point? Because actually, what have I been playing recently that actually is worth attention that isn't just my usual gacha lineup of so actually no, I'm looking at that, like, all the stuff I've been playing is either stuff I play on stream, like Control, like Alan Wake, like Lobotomy Corporation, stuff like that, or it's been it's been my usual gacha lineup of, like, a Limbus Company, Uma Musume, Madoka Magica Magia, etc., etc. There's Expedition 33, but I'm not far enough into that to be able to talk about it, so I know. If I remember correctly in Mass Effect, the reason humanity reverted back to the old ways because the council didn't bother. So are you talking about why, like, humanity started a war, like, as their very first contact with the aliens? Because it wasn't exactly because of them, like, not being contacted diplomatically. Well, it kind of is, but not in the way you think. So the way the whole first contact war started in Mass Effect, that entire logic was simple. The whole, like, big space gates allow you to traverse the entire, like, traverse the black without being lost or anything, are highly regulated so that people don't accidentally open them and unleash horrors into public space. Humanity had never met aliens. They didn't know that. So when they found a big space gate in their backyard, they turned it on to see what would happen. And then the Turians, the sort of, like, a crustacean people came in, and that's why. Yeah. Because, yeah, humanity didn't know the tech they found was illegal, and the alien government decided to start a war against them instead of actually warning them. And that was entirely how the first contact war started. And even if, and, like, I think it's mentioned at some point, people noticed, like, it was a bad call on the Turians' part, but humanity did like, even if they didn't know, but they also did open another space gate, which they shouldn't have. And now that, like, if in case anything else bad came through that gate or was in that system, that could have happened. So it was a bad time kind of for everyone in that, at the time, basically. But where is this? I got one more. I think I'll just send Arthur in again for the ball times to happen once he's done with that, because I can send him in. Because him and Ares, with 2 Yin armors there, are very competent and can easily handle, like, whatever, if anything noon breaks out down here. I don't know how they're gonna handle if a dawn, if the dusk happens, but we'll see. Right! This is the purple one. Okay, get back in there, I guess. I fully forgot what purple did, and like I just let it just happened. Yeah, like it's not like these do amazing amounts of damage to us. And like once they healed up, like it's not anything bad, but So here's the thing, like only thing holding us back now is just getting like if I want to reset to get Leo and the Der Freischütz weapon back. I want to get Leo. I do want to get Leo back, but also at the same time, Der Freischütz's weapon, as it stands, I love Der Freischütz. I want to have him all the time. His weapon makes it very hard to deploy everyone at once, and I don't think it's necessarily a complete loss when I can rebuild Leo bigger and better and stronger than ever. Yeah, Leo, you're the only one who died. It's not there goes half our team. It's literally only you who died. Because if I want to use Der Freischütz's weapon and armor, that requires me to have both of those equipped, and it's not... That's a he armor, even though the weapon is a WoW level, it's he armor, and it does have weaker stats and resistances than stuff we're going to be going up ahead of next time. So I might just have to accept the death, push forward, and see if I can handle the Dusk Ordeal. Because if I can handle the Dusk Ordeal, get past that, I can start doing the Sapphira meltdowns, handle that, I can rebuild Leo, and if I get Der Freischütz again, I have plenty of boxes ready to get him back up, because I don't think I need more Justice Trainers, let's be real. So, I'm sorry you died, I really did not want that to happen, but I think this is a situation we can keep the save from. This is a situation we can still recover, and I don't think we need to back out just because we lost one person. This is nothing against you, Leo. I like having you here. You were a great agent. But it's just a matter of the gear we had for you at the time was not very conducive to the teamwork we're gonna need for the ordeals. On the plus side, though, we have wonderful, absolutely wonderful, disaster and hazard pay that will go to your family or, next of kin as soon as the day is over, and we'll be able to make sure there was a proper, full, nice payout of insurance for the health, the life, the death, the gear you had, the teeth you didn't have anymore, and all the replacement parts we had to give you for cybernetics. So I guarantee, your next of kin is gonna be having a great time after your death. But no, I ain't complaining. I'm just surprised you're the only one who died. That's fair. Considering everyone else is perfectly fine, that is also very funny. When everyone else also got crushed by a boulder. Let's keep moving on for here. Gotta let you there. Punishing Bird. Let's just send... By the now, you should probably be... Well, how much I've been sending you in there? You should... No, let's not send you in just yet. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Pachi. Thank you. Let's check. One more, 8 Abnos, that's manageable. I just need you to do a Dusk next game. You're slowly stretching out to as many people as I can. Because I have 9 people, so if you try to push me down to manage 10, meltdowns at a time, that's asking a lot. So let's have Arthur go in. Oh, Pachi did get one Sin's gift. Aw. Look at that, that funny little headband of thorns. It looks a bit painful, but, you know. Let's have child worked with by you. Let's have attachment work done there by Nobu. We gotta send you down there. We gotta deal with Schadenfreude. Send Revi in. Big and will be bad wolf needs to be fed, so send him there. We need someone to deal with the shrimp. So I think I might be able to send Aries there. Who else has not been given work just yet? Park. Let's have... I'm going to go into the shelter. And Park, I'm going to need you to go into there. I think that's every single one of the ones that's complaining being addressed. So as long as I... Yeah, so I can go in. That's fine. As long as I'm not in there for 30 seconds, we'll be okay. So I can get in, hop out. There we go. Shelter's handled. We got someone managed. Aries is running up to go... There we go. You got your funny little buff for the day. Punishing Bird's broken out, but that's fine. Okay. We're good. Lots of moving parts, but we can manage. Game. You're pushing it. 9 containment units affected. I just need you to do a Dusk Ordeal. I just want to finish this mission. Next nugget should be Leo Jr. to finish the bloodline, what the previous couldn't, and help equivalent with Mountain of Smiling Corpse. If we get Mountain, I will absolutely equip that to Leo once we get as our next Aleph. It just matters of when we get them. Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta check. What stuff can I get in my boxes to make sure I've got everything. I've got a fully built up armory, because I've sort of been letting that slip aside. Everything's maxed out there, maxed out there, maxed out there, maxed out there. Send me back in, boss. I need to keep getting that blindfold. Even though I don't know if I'm getting Firebird, I still want that blindfold. Bald? Arthur, I need you to shine insight. Oh yeah, you forget what Purple Dud made you miss your comment in Mass Effect. Let me check back to see what it was. Yeah. I guess in Mass Effect it shows us aliens do make mistakes like humans, because most medias we see aliens as perfect. Space elves with bizarre and beautiful. Yeah. It definitely, Mass Effect has done one of the best cases I've seen of making alien species feel humanized, despite it while still having their own like distinct culture and flaws and everything like that makes them them. Because it's BioWare, back when BioWare was allowed to like show off their writing chops, and like Mass Effect Andromeda sort of ruined things, but I mean it's not wrong. Like they're either space elves or space horrors, because you either get like a xenomorph, a predator, like this, like space elves, or the thing as like monster horror, or something like you see with the 3-body problem, where you get that, and then suddenly anyone who's trying to do work with them is like they can fundamentally control physics beyond anything we can do. They basically do magic. And we can't do anything else about them because, hey, what do we have against space magic? Let's have you once again. You don't have the bell for Letitia, I don't think. No, you don't. So I can send you back in to work on the shrimp. Because we kind of just need to fill time and fill up that meter. Have those down there, have those down there. That should be one more. Then we gotta worry about managing everything at once. And that better be the Dusk. If there's not a Dusk Ordeal after this one, I'm gonna have to end the day because I don't have enough people to manage that many at once. Talia is loved so much, she got so much, like, yeah. That Talia is definitely up there as, like, is up there with... I think at first Liara Tsoni was a much more popular character, but then I think as it went on, Talia became a much more popular character because you get to see her in the migrant fleet. You don't get to see her become, like, the criminal overlord that Liara does, and etc, etc. Arthur, go in. What are the events we're gonna have to manage? Who's gonna try to break out? Okay. We're just gonna have to manage here. There. You go there. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Repression there. You go there. You there. Park. Let's have you head down there. Who's not? Blur, I need you to go to the casino. And Aries, I think if you can run up in time. Because it looks like Punishing Bird. It looks like Punishing Bird was one of the ones that was gonna, like, have a fit, but Punishing Bird just broke out immediately. That's fine. Okay. Okay, Schadenfreude escaped. We gotta just not look at it. Just not look at it and it's fine. Nobu, I need you to really get in here and get ready. Get a bit closer. Nobu, get in. Run. Talk to the funny face man. Also, as a Stalker fan, I'm suffering because the dev company that made Stalker is becoming the Nintendo of Eastern Europe. Stalker's a game I really want to get into, but it's got a like very rough onboarding process. Yeah, because it feels something absolutely up my alley with this like SCP like abnormality adjacent like nonsense going on that just like I just never get the chance to give it the time it needs to fully germinate into its full thing. But is Stalker Company really becoming like Nintendo of Eastern Europe? Because I have not paid attention to anything that company has done really recently, since all I've seen it do any time. Punishing Bird, what are you doing still down there? Okay, I just need you to fly home. If you need to pack Ares or Arthur, please get it done. Then fly home, because we want to end the day. We're done for the day. We're not dealing with another 11 when it's not even giving us a Dusk Ordeal just yet. Like, come on. Oh, Schadenfreude, you silly-eyed little middle box. They may have sued games for copyright infringement, and those games are fine. What? What copyright infringement do they have? Their stuff is based off fucking, like, Roadside Picnic. What unique stuff? Like, they have unique versions of it. What? Stalker devs lawsuit. What are they suing about? DSC Game World filed DSC claim against Misery. What? This is in 1 to 5 online co-op play in a nuclear disaster zone. What? So this is the game they're lawsuing about to try to take down from Steam. There's a co-op survival game in a nuclear disaster zone where there's radioactive animals. Where you have to build bunkers. There's anomalies and similar stuff like that. Is that what they're sort of doing? What? They don't have a like unique hold to any of that. Really? Oh, that makes it easy. I can get Magic Bullet back. Express Train is fun, but I don't want to have to keep managing that. This is a new one, TO990. That's brand new. I'm sorry, they tried to do what against Repo? Against Repo. Because the one I'm seeing right now is always stuff about, like, I'm seeing mostly stuff about Misery and like similar, and like the Tarkov isometric one, like you mentioned. But I'm not seeing anything about, hold on, this is what you're getting, Leo. Leo, and then we just Wait, we messed up the fit. We gotta get you back the hair you had. Yeah, we'll do that this time. Then give it black. There you go. You're going back to the information team, and then we'll give you a better fit. I don't think you can equip any... Yeah, you're stuck with some he stuff again. But since we need white damage right now, I really need you to hold it up with the blue fit there. Say it was Misery at the beginning was also Repo and other games akin to Repo. Really? Huh. Oh, and this is the flesh perk. Okay, yeah. That's fine. Let's get our stuff from there again. We've got the fit. We'll bring you two both down the floor we need. Back to work. Train insight. You get to train your instincts. I guess you train your insight there, Pachi. And I guess we need to justice train you, Park. Might as well. Why not? Why not? Let's justice train you over here with the training team. Since Schadenfreude likes justice anyway, so let's get that up. Get that there. Start you training on that. And send Bald is Awesome some friends. Actually, I could probably do send Ares on some basic justice training here. Since 3 is what we need for the lowest to get some actual work. So Ares will be ready for war when we have to break it out for the dusk. But... I don't get why, from how it looks, Misery is being sued. But other stuff that's more blatantly copying stuff like Chernobylite isn't being, like, touched. Or like Stallcraft or anything like that. Oh, no, I don't get it. But, I think I was hoping to try to push for, like, till the end of Tipworth, but, I think I got, like, another, like, 30 minutes in me, then I'll just toss off the YouTube side at Blurry's, because I know you guys are gonna head that way. Because we gotta go make sure the funny Shadow Boy knows he's playing the game wrong. But, yeah. I think I'll do that, and then I'll go, like... I don't know, because my original plan was to, like, do a short stream and then start working on game stuff for a jam I was supposed to put up, but we sort of had to cancel our game jam project tonight because it wasn't up to our quality standards, and we kind of ran out of time because the game is due tomorrow, but since we won't be able to rework it to our standards till then, like, in that time frame, we just gotta, like, let it happen. We'll send you there. Actually, Park, I need you to go visit the mirror again. It'll be fine. Trust me. Because if that can shuffle your stats around again, like, if we can get Hey Show ID Park to get the stats where we need it. High Fortitude almost maxed out just... that's really good. That's really helpful, Park. Thank you. Now I can just keep sending you at Fairy Festival to manage that up, to bring that up. I can send Pachi over to Punishing Bird to level Insight. Keep sending Arthur over there. Send Ares that way. Send me back at Judgment Bird until I get that damn blindfold. And send train Arlek there. That way, there. I can get a little bit more on Revy. And there we go. Instinct attachment there. But if we're talking about, like, game studios with that awesome stuff, like, why is that becoming so much more common? Since, like, it used to just be, like, sort of the Nintendo special of when they really wanted to be a dick, like, suing fan games, fan stuff, fan works, everything, even if they redid everything on their own, or sending DMC and stuff like that. And now we got Misery doing that. We had Nintendo doing it again with Pal World. And it's like, I don't think this is a hot take on our end, but apparently it's a take of, like, you shouldn't be able to, like, patent game mechanics. Because I will never forgive... I believe it's... I don't think it's Capcom. I think it's Bandai. It was one of those. it was a company that like patented the ability to have mini games on loading screens. So for like the entire like 2000s and 2010s, whenever you had a long loading screen you couldn't do anything through, you just had to sit there and let it happen. They didn't give you any permission or any ability to actually do anything about that. You just had to let it happen. Because, hey, like this is our property and we gotta like keep it to ourselves. Namco, I think it was Namco who had that copyright patent. Alright, where's the third? There you are. Yeah, and then Ares can handle that one because that's not an issue at all. So, Shadows of Mordor, I will never forgive the Shadows of Mordor devs patenting the Nemesis system and doing nothing for it. They've done nothing. They've only had one other game that wasn't like Shadows of War that actually had the system in use. That was the Wonder Woman game. And guess where that ended up? Cancelled. So we saw it used twice and never again until like 2031. So anytime like there's interesting, riveting stuff like that, they try to patent it. And then when there's like, sometimes there'll be people like having fundamental patents like, hey, buddy, I noticed you put a cartridge in your console. I own that patent. Hey, buddy, I noticed you pressed the button to, you jumped and then you could press another button to fly. I own that patent. Hey, buddy, I noticed you had one event going on your screen and then another going on in your handheld, and they're the same game. I own that patent. What the? Like, Nintendo's especially egregious for this, but the fact that, like, this was a thing from the beginning. Like, since gaming, like, was being developed as, like, an entertainment medium, because I believe it was a Magnavox owned the like copyright or patent to video games or like the idea themselves or something like that. So when Nintendo was trying to get the NES made here in the West, that was an entire issue they had to work around. Because quite literally, you could not make a video game as we define it there without any of it being like completely ripped off by having a patent that Magnavox owned a fundamental thing to, just because they made the Magnavox Odyssey and had patents for like prior art for like the earliest possible consoles. Only patent shit meant to keep people safe, not our own enjoyment. Like I understand patents for like other stuff, like you can patent like a certain way to make a camera, something like that, blah blah, stuff like that, like technological, physical stuff. If it's a process, how can you patent a process? That's something I'll never get. Like, yeah, sure, you own the trademarker for something for like designs for like you lay out your controller in a certain way, like Nintendo owns the D-pad. Like, that's one thing. I don't agree with it still, but that's one thing. But then other stuff is just there. Case also back in case dodge my question. What question? I don't think I dodged the question. Like, oh, favorite alien race is Mass Effect? That wasn't me dodging. That was me, like, getting focused on another issue. You not think about it. The easy one to say would Asari, but I honestly don't care about the Asari. They're fine. Tali's fun. Tali and the Quarians are fun. So, this is interesting. Because, like, the ones that I think are, like, actually novel, interesting, etc. The Hanar. The Hanar is such a different take on, like, how to do aliens, and like where everything else is humanoid, you've got the space jellyfish that are telepathic and like are on their quest to find God. That's crazy. In like a sci-fi setting. That's so unique and interesting, and I kind of love it. It's so silly. So like I think of the races I've seen, like the Hanar are my favorite they've got available, but they're also not one you can actually do much with because they're an NPC race. And all you missed while you were gone was us arguing about like video game patents and how they suck. Because you were saying like how a bunch of GCS game world is trying to be like the worst people towards the like people who make stalker adjacent games. So that's sort of similar. Let's send up Nobu, I need to send you up towards the mirror, and I'm gonna send Leo, you need to get into shelter and then immediately leave. Because I don't want everyone escaping just yet, but I got shelter for a reason. Because here's the thing. When I finally unlock Gebura's disciplinary department once again, I am at a point in the mission where I need to defeat plenty of WoW level abnormalities. That's a hard one because every time I've done it before, all the WoW abnormalities I had really did not want to escape. They required a lot of work to make escape, and I can only sit down outside of Big Bird's office, like with the entire squad, pissing him off, letting him break out, and then beating him back in for so long before I just get tired of it. So I'm gonna be using a shelter to absolutely kind of just farm out some WoW level abnos. Because so long as it isn't you, but, like, I mean, Snow White's apple is something more manageable now that I have, Judgment Bird's sword, because she takes a lot of pale damage, and Judgment Bird's armor is exceptionally resistant. So it's just a matter of me, like, getting caught up with everything. Actually, no, I need you to... Insight there. Instinct there. Repression there. Instinct there. Repression. Bald. And then just keep off that side of the screen for a little bit. Can I just get the blindfold, please? Judgment. Please, Judgy Judge. I'm so close. I'm almost there. I've almost got what I need. I just need your blindfold, and I just need to hit the dusk, and I'll be fully ready. I need the full kit. Like, I love Letitia's hat, but I'm happy to get rid of that if that means I can get the damn blindfold from you. Please. Come on. Like, I gotta finish the look. No. No dice. Okay. Arthur, get in there. We gotta do one last, hurrah. One last hurrah with you in there, with your bald. Then we gotta see who's gonna complain. Biggin will be Bad Wolf. You get that. Revy, go into there. Punching Bird, you handle that. Berries, you handle that. Repression work, you handle that. Because I can't send Orlek. Because Orlek will die if I do that. No. I need to send, Aries from there to handle that. Like, then I gotta send, actually gotta send Leo in to go try the... where are you? Yeah, Leo. Send you in there. I believe that's everyone being addressed. Yeah, because I'll just have to send Arthur back in there, down here at some point. GCSC is becoming like Nintendo. I don't know why they suddenly went down this path. They were very open at the beginning. I guess this explains why some of the devs that work there left to make Metro. It might just be like internal company culture has changed. Because Metro got made in like the 2010s and such. Okay. Actually, I don't think I need to send both of you down. Actually, yeah, let's set that. I can send me in. Send me in, coach. I can hit. Oh, right. Gotta escape there. I did not take Ares out of shelter. That was my bad. But that's fine. You are all gonna leave. Come on, just keep beating up. Beat him up. Me. Beat him up. Oh, okay. Oh, we got one of the clerks. Come on. You got this. Just keep beating him up. Run. Honestly, I'm shocked that bullet from their fry shoots didn't hurt anyone that mattered. Come on. Go, go, go. Come on. Stop running. Why do you run away? Why? Why are you running? Come back here. We are not done. Stop being coward. Just sit there and take your punishment. Take your judgment. You're a judgment bird. You should understand. You just gotta take it. There we go. Let's have everyone roll. No one died from that, which is nice. Yeah, we lost some clerks, but that's not a real loss. And I don't think I've got anyone that actually cares if people are, like, dead. Because I don't think I have anyone needy like that. Yeah, so we should be fine. But I finally beat you up, Judgment Bird. Now that we've had our nice little talk, why don't you, you know, talk with me and give me the funny blindfold? I don't want to waste my time any more here than you do. So just give me it. Give me the funny eyesight. I gotta keep my glam fit going, because if I'm gonna, I gotta be the belle of the ball at the next FF14 like a wedding I have to go to. And I can only do the near raids so much before I need to get a different fit. Because everyone gets the blindfolds from the near raids. Oh right, I've got the book I should probably be testing out. I think that's just skin prophecy, so that shouldn't be that bad. Like, I think I can just send Ares that, read skin prophecy, and then that's nothing, because that's just... I think that's just a buff item. I was gonna do a joke that might be sound of race, especially for me. Yeah, good call. Like, if you think a joke's gonna sound race, maybe not. Like, I don't... Like, I know you don't seem like the kind of person who would do that intentionally, but unintentionally that sometimes those jokes might slip out, and I don't want to encourage that in my environment, in my community, so appreciate that. Get back in there and give me the blindfold. Then we got one last day. Green Noon, we solved that, and then we push forward. We push forward, because a dusk can't be that far behind. How far can it take just what actually gives me a dusk? Like, it can't be that rough of a time frame. Because now I've got... You. Yeah, when you make acts of racist joke, yeah. And we can't always let the intrusive thoughts win. We need to know when to rein in the intrusive thoughts. They're intrusive for a reason. We need to know, like, tell them what for and how to, like, stay in their fucking lane. Alright, robot time. Where are you? Let's head up there. You both head there. Head there. Head there. Alright, you two beat yours. That one's just a joke and dead. How's that one looking? How are we all looking? Leo! Leo, buddy! I need... Leo, I don't think... I think we're gonna need to talk about your survivability here and the gear you keep being given. Because if this is gonna be how it keeps going and you're the only one who's dying because you've got he level gear, we might need to... You gave me red weak arm. Okay, that's fair. That's a valid concern. This is the discussion we need to have between management and the employee on the ground. We need to know, like, oh, you're gonna die there. We probably shouldn't do that. But everyone else is doing their part. We need to send... No one goes off alone. There's always a group of... Whenever we've got one of these ordeals with multiple people coming in, I want two of you always to go together at the same time. That way everyone has a backup. Everyone has someone who can cover the fight. Yeah. You just gotta, like... Yeah, Revy's the one handling all the armor requisition forms. They were the one who managed like a lot of the guns back in the military. So like, they should know how their armory looks. If you need better armor, just tell Revy. But I got a contract with people at R-Corp again to grow another U now. Do you know how expensive that's gonna be? Well, we'll see how it is. Who knows? We might be able to get back the old U if we just, you know, don't survive the orange dusk. Or amber dusk, I guess. Because that's gonna be food. That's gonna be the food one. I didn't ask for this. But okay, let's get you that there. Let's get you instant there. Head higher up there. Aries, you go there. Arthur. Because I think for this one, I believe it is. For Amber, I'm trying to think for Dusk, because I think I've seen them once before, but I don't remember. I know this is the worm, so it's going to be the food. They're the ones where everyone's going to have to, like, just have at it, like, gun them down, so it's not an issue. It's going to be whatever the gimmick is, and I think it's because their gimmick was multiplying, I think. Because they're the worms that keep spreading out and, like, populating themselves. 1, 2, Park, you go there. And then we're never touching again. No one else gets touched. Instead, we're gonna gather everyone together, make sure they all healed up. Nobu's gonna have to end up joining... Actually, I think Nobu's gonna have to end up joining downstairs for this if we're gonna be starting at dusk. Because Nobu doesn't have a partner anymore. And I want to make sure they're getting the variety they need. Because those both have black damage. So if that thing happens to be resistant to black damage, we're going to need to manage. Also, I found out that I can't give mobile membership gifts unless it's on desktop. I mean, if I want a membership gifts, I gotta log into a desktop. Why no mobile? Maybe as a... I think that might be it because of an Apple, like a mobile thing. Because... Are you on iOS or Android? Because my first thought would be not because it's not something they can do. My first thought is it's because they don't want to keep giving Apple money for, like, memberships. If they're doing big, bulk gift stuff. Alright, and you all go there. Let's see how this goes. I trust... Yeah, I'm pretty sure only Android can do mobile gifting because Google owns Android operating system. Blurry, you're looking a bit low health. And I think you do red damage, so I'm gonna... Okay, that's not going well, but that's fine. Okay, they're tunneling around. That's annoying, but we'll deal. You all get back in there. Heal up. Where did that thing move to? Okay. Head up there. It looks like that's where you ended up. Oh, no. Oh! Okay, so every time they reach the end, they populate with the small fellas. So get up there, heal up first. Actually, hold on. Move. I think if I just do, Okay, there we go. We got Different Shoots handling that bit. You two head in there. How is the population control going in here? They keep running. Why do they run away? So, the way this goes, I feel like I just need to hunt down one group at a time. Oh, I guess Ares got jumped. I guess Ares got jumped. Whoops. That sucks, but we can recover from this still. I'm sorry we lost Ares, but we're trying to manage a Dusk. I just need to finish a Dusk and I can get everyone else back after that. Okay, I think that's one dead. Let's get you all healed up for a sec. Run together with that. Why don't we just heal you there? You all? Oh wait, you all are sitting there. Let's Oh, never mind. Blurry, you get up there too. Lee, remember to make Blurry play horror games until he becomes Dust. I'll make sure we remember to torment Blurry. But let's have you guys hurry up. I feel like if I'm gonna need to focus down one of these at a time, let's just make sure it's hey, you're right there. Stop it. Blast in there. Blast in that general direction. Blast you there, blast you there, blast you there. Okay! That's a Dusk Ordeal beat. We've got that. We've unlocked all the Sapphira meltdowns. We finished Malkuth's last mission. We just need to finish the day. Everyone get back to your positions. We're gonna have to do a bit of a spot of rehiring. But Dusk really packing a punch is even a Dusk called yeah, the Quake clone of Dusk. It's by I'm trying to remember who it's by because I know I've seen the developer of Dusk before. Hold on. Well, where are you? Because let's just have send me back to go work on the blindfolds for for the rest of the day because I think that'll finish up. That was by that was David Szymanski for New Blood, and Szymanski has done a lot of other stuff. Cause Dusk was by the guy who did Iron Lung, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, Szymanski did stuff like Secret Agent Wizard Boy and the International Crime Syndicate, which I have played on stream. He's done Squirrel Stapler, Iron Lung, which is getting a movie by Markiplier at some point once they get the distributor. Like, it's crazy. That was him. That was him. Like, all of those games together are by the same person. Szymanski is insane. Yeah. Like, look at this lineup, Revy. That's sending to both chats, sorry, but like, this is a crazy lineup. But like, yeah, the fact that he went from, oh yeah, Pony Factory, Squirrel Stapler, Gloomwood, Iron Lung, Secret Agent Wizard Boy, and the International Crime Syndicate. Like, one of those is not like the other. One of those just doesn't fucking belong. But that's a great lineup. He's still an indie dev, and he's doing stuff with New Blood Interactive, which I believe has been doing stuff, like, been publishing stuff like Faith, the Unholy Trinity, like that wonderful, Atari 2600 looking very low res pixel art horror game. Fantastic. Like, they did Ultra Kill. They did Unfortunate Spacemen. Like New Blood Interactive is getting theirs, like, it's not Devolver Digital level, but it's got a specific style of game they go for, and they're really good at, like, finding those devs and making them work really well. It's a fantastic studio. I 100% recommend their work. But yes, we finished the Dusk Ordeal. Let's get the next batch of Avnos. Let's get the next bit of story. And I think by then, we should be good enough to go end the stream, say hi to Blurry, and, you know, bother him in person. We can go from bothering me to bothering him. He can be the entertainment for then. Yeah, B's fine. I don't care. I can. Those are acceptable casualties for finishing a good mission. Oh no! Wait, no. T0131. Is that? Oh wait. Oh you? No. Aren't you an Aleph? Aren't you an Aleph? Aren't you? You knew I gotta get you. You knew I gotta get you, but I'm pretty sure you're an Aleph. Ease yourself, do you not have need of the blessing? Oh, right, that's the tree. And, however, if enough Sarira are found from you that everyone looks on in awe, your name will be sung for generations. Which one is that? I'm trying to think. That's a donor app, no? I feel like I gotta go with this one because I've seen that one in Blurry Stream and this is a new one. So let's get that. We've already seen this bit of the story. Thank you, Angela.
Oh, hello, sir. Sorry, I'm quite busy, but I still haven't finished half of what I've written down in my notebook. Hey, I heard extraction experiments are going to be conducted. When I look over the list of participants, I couldn't find my name on it. I mean, there's probably a ton of reasons behind it. Maybe I'm just not good enough for the experiments yet. But may I join the experiment too? I've learned a lot here. I'm sure I can help you in some way. I'll be sure not to disappoint. Hello, manager. It's sad not to have enough talent, isn't it? If someone doesn't look back towards you, what does that mean? That they don't acknowledge you? That they don't even care about what expression you may be making? That they feel no need to see what you're doing, as they've already come to a conclusion? Have you ever clawed and scraped at the floor, writhing in pain? It really does sound excruciating. But in reality, the moment I completely lost my fingernails, I felt nothing. You stare at the flesh where your fingernails used to be, and just before you lose consciousness, when you feel that you aren't yourself anymore, you start to laugh frantically. Even though it's not funny at all. And on the ground, you catch a glimpse of someone's shadow and their feet as they look down on you. Guess whose feet those were? When the person who disliked looking back so much finally turned around, everything was over. Did you see the fragments of despair from there? Or were you staring at the bits of my fingernails scattered on the floor? That was the exact moment I knew true helplessness. Without you, I'd have never known the feeling. Thank you so much. Now what about you, manager? Have you ever felt helpless to control anything? When unbearable things pour down from somewhere that isn't your body and overwhelm you, it just feels so awful to be helpless, to be being out of control of yourself. Come on, please, tell me. So I can feel rewarded. Just a bit. Elijah was impatient, and her impatience caused many common mistakes. She once went on a long, winding filibuster about why she needed to finish the experiment, but I don't remember the details. Whenever she was told that she wasn't ready yet, I could see the strong desire in her eyes. It was a craving. A bizarre obsession. If another person had been in my place, they may have turned around for the sound of her hasty footsteps. Cogito was something that she couldn't access at her level of authority. The only task she was ordered to do was record the changes that occurred in the test subjects. She was aware that at the moment, Cogito was absolutely not ready for human use. When I finally realized what was going on, half her teeth had fallen out, and... Kill me, please. Kill me. Ignore her. Manifestation of Clypha due to Sapphira breakdown. Suppression of Sapphira's core required. Are you discovering the deep scars that are inflicted upon this place? Manager, there is something I hadn't informed you of when we spoke for the first time. The Sapphirot, of course, wholeheartedly want to meet you. They admire you and follow you. However, at the same time, they earnestly yearn for you to be swallowed up in resentment and curses. Please be careful with them. Well, you don't have to pay that fact too much heed, if you wish. What I mean to say is you are free to go back to your daily routine. It's no big deal for me to fill out their roles if some of our Sephiroth go mad. Though, if you do, then you will lose something important forever. The seed that can break the cycle. Yesid, do you really feel nothing about this? Try drinking some enkephalin. Close your eyes and open them again. I am glad to see that you are not as feeble-minded as the other Sapphira. It is important to keep a clear mind in any situation. Gabriel, why are you scratching yourself so much? Seeing as we're meeting again, you must have completed your tasks, manager. I'd give you a compliment if I didn't have so much work to do. The information department is the task they must do periodically. You must have realized that there are some blanks in the abnormality records. Among the tremendous amount of information we gather, there are some that should remain off-limits to the employees for security reasons. The names of these employees are one such things. Any trace of them, what happened, their gruesome deaths, their desperate will to live, all that has been stripped from the records on the false pretense of expunging information. I feel like it's gonna be a bit long because I just finished 3 missions worth of like story bits, so I think we gotta finish Yesid, then we'll get hard, then we'll be done for the day. There was no way for me to know what the criteria for stripping the records are. They are set by another department, not us. We only manipulate the information we receive, per orders. Isn't it funny? We've degenerated into a department that destroys and manipulates information as ordered. Yet somehow we're called the information team. Whenever I introduce myself as the Sapphira of the information team, I sometimes feel like something is bubbling up inside of me. Yes, sir, did you receive the documents to expunge? You will get a list of employees soon as well. Please do not forget to review it after you have finished expunging the documents. Oh yeah, so Nav knows in the old bodies of Sapphira's, there are clues and hints. I'm pretty sure I could guess that. It's just a matter of like, I don't think it ever like, I ever really need to think about that at that point in time. So, because I know the Sapphira are human robot interfaces, sort of like, because when we see Tippereth get crushed, that's when we see like the brain come out, and that's how we know we're in the like prosthetic bodies like you see in Limbus Company Kanto 2. So, Miss Angela, what do you think it means to remember someone's name? This is a work you regularly do. Why are you so emotional about it today? Maybe names were marks of atypical beings gave each other, to engrave each other upon their memories. Someone might have named you Angela following the same concept. Yes, sir. If you happen to be too tired, please take a break. I knew you'd say that. Referring to employees by names is not recommended here. When employees first enter the company, each one receives their own unique identification number. This is to allow the company to identify them using the minimum amount of personal information. We have their numbers in our data storage drives. Malkuth has never called the employees by their names ever since she started working here. Maybe she's the most ideal Sapphira out of all of us. It's not to say that Malkuth deserves to take all the pain as well. None of us do. What kind of poor taste is that? To lock us inside metal bodies and throw us into an endless loop of days that just feel the same as yesterday. I'm talking to you. What's with that oblivious expression? I heard you might be one of the architects responsible for our creation. The only thing I can do here is remember the names of a few forgotten employees. and eternally despair, feeling nauseous from even a single breath of air. Have you had fun watching your guinea pigs run around in circles? See, I told you. I've been rotting away from the inside for a long time. Gabriel was more rational than anyone else. He was unmoved even after hearing about what happened to Elijah. Some say he lacked empathy, but nobody realized that his emotions were festering on the inside. Maybe he began falling apart long ago, ever since Carmen left this world. He slowly became expressionless. He wouldn't even allow himself to even paltry joy. He also couldn't stand having even the smallest part of his body exposed. We made a monster that was not supposed to exist in this world, and we went too far to ever turn back. To not let what Elijah did be in vain, instead of taking the time to fully grieve, everyone knew they needed to utilize this result to its fullest. He tried to maintain a facade of level-headedness, but his attempts to remain rational slowly morphed into an obsession. He started to wear long-sleeve clothing that also covered his neck. Not much later, he started to scratch himself harshly. We suggested he receive a complete medical examination to see whether or not he was contaminated or had an infection, but he refused and forced the procedure. Health checkups were needed to prevent further damage. Persuasion became coercion, and coercion led to the use of physical force. He was tied and bound for the checkups, but he resisted so desperately that it was hard for us to watch him. Eventually, it turned out he wasn't infected at all. Was that really fortunate, though? No, it wasn't. The examination did not resolve anything. He kept scratching himself, so harshly, even worse than before. When I saw him last, he wasn't lucid or cognizant to any human speech, and his body was completely covered in scratches. No one had seen him since. One more. We've got Hod's done. Okay. Yeah, and Glory's always started, so we're gonna have to. It's gonna be one last bit of a stretch of yapping and story, but then we'll be done. We're almost there. We're almost free. Sorry, this is taking a lot longer than expected. Don't worry, Hod. That's a common side effect for when you first take enkephalin. It's just like a light hallucination. It'll disappear after 2 or 3 more times, so don't worry about it. For me, it was an employee whose face had half melted, crawled over my feet and grabbed me by the shoulders, asking me why I let her die. That wasn't a hallucination or anything. Then what? Are you trying to say the dead employees are suddenly coming back to life? You know, like, unbelievable things happen here, so maybe it's possible for dead employees to come back, as if nothing happened, right? I'm not in any state to say this, but you don't look too good. Why don't you skip today's meeting? I can't do that. We have an abnormality response training today. They need me to run the drill properly. You're really something, huh? I don't think there's another Sapphira here who cares about her employees as much as you do. Right? Look, Tiffany. I was right. I'm a good person. I'm a good Sapphira. Hello everyone, today we will... Are you still trying to play the good Sapphira? Be focusing on the abnormality response training. How many times do I have to tell you? You're a sad piece of rusty scrap metal putting on the act of being a good person. And I want everyone to pay close attention here. The abnormality will suppress today needs to be handled a bit differently than the others. If you hope that living such a lie would ease your conscience, that's really selfish. Starting now, I'll be explaining the method I devised. Please listen carefully. At least the other Sapphira are humble enough to admit they're not perfect. Quiet. Oh, sorry, when we were... Excuse me, Miss Hart, I have a question. Yes, what is it? Do you think this training will make any difference? I mean, against that long bird, it feels like whoever will die or live is all predetermined. There's nothing we can do to change it. Well, it should yield a better result than doing nothing. At the very least, we can prepare preventative measures rather than just wait helplessly to... It's just all about luck. We'd be better off and more comfortably simply accepting that we can die any moment while working. Just know this. You won't reach that paradise, no matter what you do. I'm doing all of this for you guys, even the counseling campaign. Actually, now that you mention it, that compulsory counseling campaign is such a pain. I'd rather we have break time instead. Why is our department the only one with these programs? It will keep repeating itself. Live with eternal sorrow and remorse as that metal mass. Well, all of you would be dead right now if I hadn't helped you. Why aren't you thanking me? Do you really want me to get rid of you like Valkuth does before you even make the littlest complaint? Don't you say that I'm the bad one here. Are you finally admitting to your awful nature? She's breaking. We're losing her. She's finally snapping that she's not a good person. She's finally realizing she's kind of a shit person and selfish like everyone else in this company. Tiffany, why are you doing this to me? I'm not Tiffany. Look at me. Can't you even distinguish your own voice anymore? Yes, you're still having that sweet nightmare. When I read the article dealing with Michelle's suicide, it was just as our experiment was starting to show some progress. Michelle was the youngest among us. She was timid and innocent as an employee. It made her an easy target. Maybe it was fate for her to be used by a pawn of the wings that were alert to us, or of the head that would watch over us constantly. You likely didn't know that things would go the way they did. You'd never have thought that a puny kid like you would bring about our demise. You'd never have believed that the situation would end up much worse than your intentions. You probably tried to comfort yourself in the end, telling yourself that you did the best you could, that in this world, in that moment, there wasn't any other option for you. But Carmen was the person who was trying to change the world you resigned yourself to. If we meet again in hell, will I finally be able to forgive you? Crumple up that newspaper. Oh boy, that's a lot more story than I was expecting, but I guess I should have thought of it, because that's 3 of them being unlocked at once. But we are not only almost caught up with Boy, we've gone further than him. We've got 3 meltdowns unlocked, and I could probably do all of them in one run. I don't need all the backup he does, in which case, I can catch up with him and show him up again next stream. Yep, this is the meltdowns. Good job, team. We'll deal with that next time. Thanks all again so much for stopping by. Those of you on YouTube, there's someone we can go bother, because I can't exactly raid on YouTube, but I can send there. And yeah, he got the rabbit team as an upgrade instead of, execution bullets, because he thought that was cool. But for those of you on YouTube, there's Blurry's stream. Please go say hi. I'll be joining you there in a bit later. Meanwhile, on Twitch, let me go find someone to raid. Who can I go bother that's already live? Thanks all again so much for stopping by. It's been fun. I'll be live again tomorrow playing Dispatch. So if y'all are interested and able to come by, I'd love to have you. Thanks again. Who's live to raid on Twitch? Let's go bother. You know what? Let's go bother Aqua again. It's been a bit. It's like I could probably go raid. Yeah, raiding Aqua's probably fine. Because I want to remember to keep in contact with some old friends that I haven't been able to talk with in a bit. So I want to say hi to them. That'll be fun. I cannot raid Aqua 191 VT at this time. What do you mean? Aqua 191 VT. Start raid. Why? Okay, Twitch. Thanks. Why are you like this? Okay. Okay, if we can't do that, I guess I will. If this is not letting me raid, let me try one more. Let me try raiding Miri, I guess. Miri Shalin, can I raid? Okay, I can raid.
the game's just being, Twitch is just being a weird platform. Let's go say hi to Meaty. They're fun people, and they deserve to like have more people. They're currently playing Look Outside, which looks like a nice little fun little RPG Maker horror game. So I'll be back again tomorrow playing Dispatch again. Take care. It's been fun. Bye-bye.